This is Star Market Celtics Tonight. Download the Star Market Deals and Delivery app today.
Jalen forces it up over C.
No!
He tied it! He did it! Jalen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, three in the air. Got it!
Big boy step up at the right time, man.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Your New England Ford dealers, Cambridge Savings Bank, Comcast Business, Bosch Tools, and by Ticketmaster.
Pritchard shovel back to Porzingis. Having a trail three. Got it! Boston by 14. Kyrie forces one out. Blocked by Porzingis again. Pritchard, half court. It's in the air.
Go!
He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard did it again!
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, VA New England, Town Fair Tire, Kia North Danvers, Brex, FindMassMoney.gov, Corona, NetSuite by Oracle, your New England Honda dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Now, here's Sean Granty and Cedric Maxwell.
At Little Caesars Arena, downtown Detroit, Michigan, a building that opened in 2017 and has been a Celtics playground ever since. But tonight, the best Pistons team in over a decade is back, and they are rolling. 7 straight wins, but 12 straight losses against their visitors tonight. Something, as we like to say, will give as the Celtics take on the Detroit Pistons. Away we go. Who knew in October that this would have a big fight feel? Thanks for finding us on a Wednesday night. I'm Sean Grady. Cedric Maxwell joins us shortly, and what he does coming up on the fastest 30 minutes in the NBA. Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. The Celtics played without 4 of their top 9 last night in Toronto. Reinforcements 24 hours later. We'll get you up to the minute as to who is in and who is out as we break down this final meeting with the Pistons, trying to avoid a 3rd straight season sweep by the Celtics. If there was ever a time, this is it. 7 straight wins for the first time since 2008, which is the last time, by the way, they won a playoff game. This big night aside, they're in great shape now to avoid the play-in. Should the Knicks be a little worried about a first-round matchup? We'll discuss that. We'll take our trip around the NBA, a Memphis Marathon, a Cavalier beatdown, and same Luka magic, different Kate.
Doncic, the ground game. No, foul by LeBron. What a show LeBron James is putting on in the 4th quarter.
We'll check in with the head coach, Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah, I mean, I would say in a small sample size like that, to me, it's not as much as a data as it is like the mindset of you don't need certain things in order to go after winning.
But coming up next, the last time the Celtics used their passports, the Raptors stamped them with one of their worst losses of the year. Last night, they returned to Toronto without 4 of their top 9, but the 5 they had were more than enough. We'll look back. Peyton Pritchard switches to the left hand, step back on Robinson, and knocks down another 3.
Took a long time for the bell to go off here.
My son asked me today if there's anybody that can keep Peyton Pritchard from winning a 6-man award. No, there isn't. It's all coming up and more as we catch you down to the first NBA game of the night between the Celtics and the Pistons in a very long time. Comes your way from Detroit, top of the hour on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Being a human is hard, especially if you're a woman who's having trouble doing that totally normal thing all humans do but not all of us like to talk about. You know, pooping. Thankfully, Garden of Life's doctor-formulated women's probiotics contain 50 billion probiotics to help you be a more regular human. Garden of Life, available now on Amazon. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Boston Celtics basketball is proudly sponsored by Amica Insurance. When it comes to protecting the life you built, trust your insurance needs to Amica's award-winning service. At Amica, they put in the time to make sure you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through all the details of your policy or following up after a claim. As you cheer on the Celtics, visit Amica.com to learn more and get a quote today.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CRV. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
That guy is the best player on the best team in NBA, team that won the championship. I don't think that he gets enough credit on what he does on both ends of the floor for that team. Offensively, defensively, like we tried different things against him. We were trying to frustrate him with our physicality. He just kept going and kept making the right decisions. So they're really lucky to have a guy like him. Amazing player. I'm really, really big fan of his.
Every night we start the show with a Celtic talking about a Celtic or talking about what's going on with the team or with another player, and it's rare. And we don't do it enough. Welcome back to Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight when we listen to the outside view, because sometimes that's a better look at it. And Darko Rajakovic has seen plenty of Jason Tatum. He coached against him last night, the head coach of the Toronto Raptors. And sometimes, Max, you need to hear from the outside how unappreciated sometimes a guy you get to see every night can be.
Well, I think that the opportunity for somebody else to see him and it's outside from your vantage point is going to give you another perspective, because he's coaching against this guy. He's trying to find ways to stop this guy. So they go in depth a lot more than maybe the average Celtic fan or coach or whatever it is, because of the fact they're trying to stop him.
Well, J.B. Bickerstaff will not have to worry about stopping Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown and Luke Cornett will sit out for the Celtics tonight. Everybody else is back. Sam Hauser was on the injured report today. He is going to play. Porzingis will return. Al Horford will return, and Al will start in this game as the Celtics, who last night had no bigs whatsoever and basically played a large portion of that game after Jason Tatum jumped center. People who weren't paying attention to the game thought Jason Tatum played center. It was really Derek White that played center. We're going to talk to Joe Mazzulla about that a little bit later on, but you're going to have Porzingis and Horford. You go from no bigs to double bigs in the starting lineup. We're going to get into the Detroit Pistons, Max, but you and I sat courtside at the Palace and back at the Fleet Center back in the day when Celtics-Pistons was the rivalry in the Eastern Conference, 2007, 2008, 2009. Well, the Celtics have gone on to accomplish so much in the years since, and the Detroit Pistons have not. They have literally not won a playoff game since the Celtics beat them in the conference finals in 2008. This turnaround, you and I could see coming over the last couple of years. It felt like every night they played the Celtics, they would come close, and then the game would go awry in the fourth quarter. They'd make a mistake here, bad shot selection, turnover, and the game would get away. It seemed like they were just super close to breaking through, and now it's happened.
The crazy thing about that is Monty Williams was a good coach and had done some great stuff in the NBA. And he comes to Detroit, and essentially they lay an egg. They were horrible. They make a coaching change. The regime looks better. Cade Cunningham has been playing better. They've been playing with a purpose, a strength. No beef stew, but still a very physical basketball team. Darn people like that. So I like what they're doing, but it's just hard to believe that a coach who was really good in this league, and they gave him $69 million, told him to go home, and then they started all over again, and they've gotten better.
Well, before we jump into this matchup, and there is an awful lot to jump into. It's the biggest Celtics-Pistons game, let's face it, in 15 years. Before we look ahead, we look back. Previous game recap brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. The last time the Celtics crossed the border and went to Toronto, they got an unpleasant surprise, got handed one of their worst losses of the year. Last night, they go into Toronto without Porzingis, without Al Horford, without Luke Cornett. With Torrey Craig starting the game and Jason Tatum jumping center, you knew it was going to be fun, and it was. Jason Tatum will jump center here against Jonathan Mobo. Celtics in the home white. Green letters and numbers, they'll go left to right. Toronto wearing the road black jerseys at home tonight. Red numbers, white letters, they will go right to left. Derek White moves to the Tatum, who's wearing the white headband, perhaps in honor of him playing center. He enters to the free throw line. Jaylen Brown step back jumper is good.
Wow, that easy. Just caught the basketball, never even looked left or right.
Derek White, right hand dribble to the free throw line, shuttles it back to Tatum, going to rock the left side three, swish.
Everybody with him. This guy is hot as fish grease right now.
This is a generational player playing at the height of his power right now. Tatum has been amazing the last couple of weeks. Tatum over the shoulder pass gives Derek White a clean look at a three. Swish.
It's good stuff. I mean, you're talking about being unselfish, getting the ball back to a shooter who's wide open and it's hot.
Derek White is playing with joy once again. 17-12. He was not when the Celtics were on this floor last month. Tatum 5 points, 5 assists. Derek
White. I finally got it. Woodshed.
And there it is. There it is, folks.
Ding.
Peyton Pritchard switches to the left hand, step back on Robinson, and knocks down another three.
It took a long time for the bell to go off here.
My son asked me today if there's anybody that can keep Peyton Pritchard from winning the six-man award. No, there isn't. Tatum puts it in the left hand, gets to the free throw line, dribbles right around Robinson, gets to the cup as if he wasn't even there, and spoiler alert, he wasn't. Two-hand slam.
Well, Robinson, not enough quickness then. Because Tatum just exposed him with no put.
Got to go inside here against a micro-small Celtics team. They're just 4 of 24 from three. Jaylen Brown steps past Mobo, runs it with the right hand off the window and in, scored in the foul. 2nd and 1 tonight for Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown's that cross-country skier, downhill skier that you say, oh, he's going to fall, he's going to fall. The ball's right there. And then he finally gets himself together, goes by the defenders, locks his body, gets strong, gets big, gets the contact, gets the arm, gets the foul.
Celtics already playing without Horford, Holiday, and Cornette. Final 5 seconds, third quarter. Peyton Pritchard stops on a dime, loses Mobo. Step back three, got it. Ooh. This kid has been out of this world. Jaylen Brown, pump fake on Walter, going to take the elbow jumper and hit that line drive.
That's a tough shot. I mean, what he did, pump fake, brings himself down, and then had to square himself in the air to get it off.
Tatum on the three-point line with his back to Emmanuel quickly. Here's the left-hand dribble at the elbow. His jumper is on line and good.
Too big, too strong, too quick.
And it's winning time for Jason Tatum. 19 points, 6 rebounds, 11 assists. Boston by 9. R.J. Barrett dropped for quickly. His deep three is no good. Rebound. Peyton Pritchard is the one who comes up with it. He is racing into the front court. Takes it all the way down and scores off the glass.
Peyton Pritchard's been the man of the match.
If there was any doubt left about who the 6th man of the NBA is, it ended tonight. Celtics just have to get it across half court, and they will score their 6th consecutive double-digit win, their 8th consecutive win on the road. And how many pieces can you pull from this Jenga tower without it collapsing? No Holiday, no Porzingis, no Cornette, no Horford, no problem. The Celtics win again. Their 6th straight win. They've won 10 of 11, 8 straight on the road, and they are headed to downtown Detroit for a showdown with Motorcade. The final score, Boston 111, Toronto 101. And here we are 24 hours later. Celtics with a win tonight. It will be 9 straight on the road. They've only done that once in the last 15 years. That was at the start after the Gordon Hayward injury, and they lost opening night in Cleveland in 2017. They won their next 9 consecutive road games. Celtics did not shoot the three well. That's what made it interesting. They only shot 29% from three last night in Toronto and won the game anyway. That has been rare. Jason Tatum is already in the top 10 Celtics single season in making threes. He's made 197 tonight. Has a chance to make some history if he gets to 200 before this game is over. But he's already in the top 10. Celtics have nearly a third of the season left to go as the Celtics have arrived here for this big one. Celtics have won 6 straight. Detroit has won 7 straight. The Detroit Pistons, Max, right now are 1 game out of 4th in the Eastern Conference. And before we launch into some discussion about how, boy, the Knicks might be in trouble if this becomes the 6-3 playoff series, the Pistons right now, the way they're playing, they're not thinking about being the 6th seed. They got a legitimate shot to be the 4th seed.
Well, the way they're playing right now with confidence and arrogance, I would say, almost back to the bad boy days, you know, when they have people like B. Stu around knocking your bones away. I think that they just have a good chemistry about themselves right now. They understand they have a good superstar player in Cade Cunningham, and they feed off what he does.
And that superstar player, the one thing he did, Max, you know, in all the games we saw, his turnover number was so high, particularly against the Celtics. It would be 5, 6, 7 turnovers a game. He has corrected that. The turnover numbers have come down. He has taken better shots. The other thing that's happened, remember, Detroit has done this despite Jaden Ivey getting hurt and being lost for the year. But don't overlook Asar Thompson We know what his twin brother can do because we saw him in Houston. But Asar Thompson has made life so much easier for Jalen Duren. They were talking about your guy, Beef Stewart, here, starting instead of Jalen Duren. It was going so bad for him. But they have turned the corner defensively because of Thompson. He has made Duren's life better. And you want to talk about GMs and roster composition. The veterans that they added to this young team, you just can't win in the NBA playing a bunch of 21-year-old kids. You have to have veterans in the room that will not suck the oxygen out of the room and dominate the ball, dominate the locker room, but can show young guys how to play, how to be NBA players, and how to win. And when you talk about Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr. and Malik Beasley is probably the only one that's even in the potential deep rear-view mirror of Peyton Pritchard for sixth man. It's been the perfect combination of veterans and young players.
Well, I think if you look at it, is that how LeBron James is? Veteran player, doesn't suck the air out of the bit. No, that's not how he is. The understated players that you talk about, Tobias Harris, is a guy who can get you points, can rebound the basketball, runs the floor. We love his toughness. It was a couple years ago where we saw him get knocked to the ground, hit his head, split his head open, put a bandage on, and then came back and played some more. So he has a way of toughness that comes to this team as a veteran player that the younger players can follow.
Max's Fleur to Bank on, brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank. Make your home energy efficient in 2025 with CSB's zero APR heat loan. Apply now at ClintonSavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender. Clinton Savings Bank, an experience you can bank on.
Well, I wanted to go with Brown because I thought he'd be the guy being matched up with Cade Cunningham. So I'm going to go and probably, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with Derek White. Because Derek White will do a lot of trying to defend and slowing Cade Cunningham down. So that's going to be a great matchup to see.
I have a feeling I know where Max is going to go with this one. His keys to the game driven by your local New England Honda dealers. Contact your local New England Honda dealer for a great deal today.
As you said, rebounding is always the key when I think we're playing in a game like this, of not giving up second chance opportunities. We know what Duren can do. He's a big-time rebounder of the basketball. And he's going to get inside out. He'll block shots, run the floor. This is what Detroit does. They have a lot of energy with their bigs around the rim, so you have to contest.
The Pistons are the #1 rebounding team in the Eastern Conference. Still to come on Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. Our conversation with Joe Mazzulla about just how much fun he had last night with all those makeshift lineups and Derek White essentially playing center. We'll take our trip around the NBA. Monster ratings just in on TNT last night. No surprise for Luka's first game against his former team, the Dallas Mavericks in LA. Triple-double. You know about that by now. We will have that. But when we return, Joe Murray's got Sports Hub headlines. Another brutal loss for the Bruins last night. Such a difficult year for them. It's all leading to the Celtics and the Pistons. It's the game of the night, the biggest Boston-Detroit game in 15 years on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Come see why Wedgwood Pines Country Club in Stowe is the perfect place for your wedding celebration. Wedding dates are still available for 2025 and 2026. Visit wedgwoodpines.com.
Ever wish you could be a world champion like the Boston Celtics? Well, even if that's not in the cards, you can use the same corporate card as the Celtics. Meet Brex, the official corporate card of the Boston Celtics. Brex is the world's smartest corporate card, trusted by over 25,000 companies, from startups to enterprises. Brex cards help you make every dollar count by making it easy to control spending before it happens. Automate manual work and optimize your earnings. Does getting your company more for its money sound like a slam dunk? Get started at Brex.com/grow.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, Patriots have given defensive tackle Devon Godshaw permission to seek a trade. He signed an extension last season with the Patriots, but they will be running a new defense this season. The 49ers in conversations with Brock Purdy for an extension. And the Red Sox lost to the Rays today 8-2 in Grapefruit League action. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next drive to oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. Grady and Max, they'll take you around the NBA next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on sirloin steak and ground turkey at Shaw's and Star Market. Now through Thursday, get value pack beef petite sirloin steak or 99% lean Shady Brook Farms ground turkey, both just $3.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. USDA choice sirloin steak and ground turkey now on sale. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic, and whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. This is Cedric Maxwell, and I can tell you that icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your New England Cadillac dealer, the exclusive luxury vehicle of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics. And me, Cedric Maxwell.
Take care of business with CSB, the bank that always makes you feel like their only customer. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC.
Hi, Cedric Maxwell. As a former professional basketball player, two-time world champion, and calling the games at 98.5 The Sports Hub, fans know I love the Green Team. I want to share my experience with another amazing Green Team, FindMassMoney.gov. Did you know that 1 in 10 people have unclaimed property from things like an uncashed check, refund from an overpaid bill, or long-forgotten savings account? I found money, and so can you. FindMassMoney.gov is a free service from the Massachusetts State Treasury Office. Visit FindMassMoney.gov and see if you have any green waiting for you.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Celtics have the Pistons getting set to go again. No Jaylen Brown for the Celtics tonight on the second night of the back-to-back 6-game win streak for the Celtics, 7-game win streak for the Detroit Pistons. Our trip around the NBA brought to you by your Boston area Chevrolet dealers. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Find exciting offers, too, on the powerful Silverado and the feature-packed all-new Equinox.
Doncic, the ground game. No, foul by LeBron. What a show LeBron James is putting on in the fourth quarter.
We understood as his teammates that we wanted to try to get this win for him. Obviously, we know what transpired not too long ago. So, as his teammates, we wanted just to try to back him no matter how, in any way, shape, or form, on the court, off the court, whatever, and I'm happy that I was, along with my teammates, able to make a couple plays down the stretch to get him this win. I know it's probably won't say it, but I think it means something to him for sure. Anytime you face your former team, you spent 7 years with them, I believe. So.
Obviously, April 9th is going to be the much bigger day when Luka goes back to Dallas, but he played against his former team last night with a lot of people watching on TNT. Lakers beat Dallas 107-99. Luka, a triple-double. Didn't shoot it great, but 19 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists. He got called for a technical in the opening seconds of that game in L.A. last night, and You can see many different ways this is going to end, but none of them seem like they're going to be good for Nico Harrison.
Well, Nico Harris is in one of those situations almost he can't win. But what happens if Anthony Davis comes back and starts playing well and you start to dominate? I think that's the only way that it works out for him. And the fact that Dallas advances almost like they did last year and get to the finals. Anything other than that is probably going to be looked at as a failure.
Meanwhile, the Lakers are now fourth in the Western Conference. They are 14 games over 500. They continue to defend, which is really a surprise. There's already buzz picking up about J.J. Redick as Coach of the Year. When there's a couple of guys here, Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland, of course, J.B. Bickerstaff here in Detroit, they're going to have a lot to say about that. The Celtics get another big game and a series of them tonight, but guess who's coming to dinner on Friday night? The Cleveland Cavaliers, and they just chewed up the Orlando Magic last night and spit them out.
Mobley on the right wing. 3-ball. Good! Yep, they put the arm up. His foot was really close to that line, but Evan Mobley with a 3.
The Cavaliers will be an NBA best 48-10 when they get to Boston for the ESPN game on Friday night. They will fly to Boston tomorrow. Ty Jerome might be he's not going to be a six-man candidate, but he's certainly going to be a candidate to get the big contract as he go into free agency. A 40-point win for Cleveland last night. Remember, Max, it was less than a year ago that the Magic won all 3 games from the Cavs on that floor in the playoffs, and what a difference a year makes.
I mean, you're talking about a team that kind of is understanding again, that's following the spider. They're much better defensively. I think that's the key to it. They defend the ball a lot better, and that's really made them that dominant team the way they've been so far.
Orlando dead last in the NBA in offense, and since they beat the Celtics 2 days before Christmas, they are 28th in the 30-team league in net rating, and that's despite getting Banchero back and getting Franz Wagner back. Meanwhile, game of the night as far as excitement is concerned, Memphis and Phoenix, it was wild.
Bain, a baseball pass to the back of the court for Morant. He gets by Beal. Morant through 2 defenders. Morant jumps it underneath Wells. What a pass! What a pass! What a pass! And what a finish! Jalen Wells flushes home a 2-handed hammer off a gorgeous feed from Ja Morant.
Jalen Wells, who's made Marcus Smart expendable, playing so well. Memphis beats Phoenix in overtime, 151-148. Teams making half of their 43-point attempts in NBA history were 159-12. Phoenix did that and lost the game last night, and they not only cannot get out of their own way. Max, the Phoenix Suns are farther out of the play-in than the 76ers are.
Man, that's scary to think. And with some of the talent that they have, and guys right now who are playing hard, but it's just not working for them.
That's your trip around the NBA. The game of the night in said league is going to be right here in front of our eyes tonight. Celtics and the Pistons in Detroit. We'll talk about it with Joe Mazzulla next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home, yes, cool, or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
Every Thursday night, head to the Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody for a chance to win Bruins tickets, courtesy of Coors Light. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Giveaways may be discontinued at any time.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Oh, up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Thorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time. Woo! Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five!
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Coach's interview brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market. Download the Shaw's and Star Market deals and delivery apps today to save on groceries and gas. Go shopping, get rewards. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarkets of the Boston Celtics. Here's Grandy with the coach.
All right, Joe Murray, thank you. The postseason awards now, all NBA stuff like that, is positionless, which means at the end of the year, I can no longer even vote for Derek as a center if I wanted to. How much of last night, it was wild to see it. How much of last night was on the fly?
A lot of it, yeah. I mean, which I think over the course of a season generates a level of fun and a competitive challenge, and that was the message to the guys: was how much fun can we have competitively, with the circumstances. And every situation that you come across in the NBA gives you an opportunity to be prepared for something, and so that a lot of that was just I thought the togetherness of the team was the biggest thing. But he's averaging 1.1 blocks per game. Yeah. And he does it in different ways, right? Last night it was more in the half court, whereas usually they're chase down ones. In transition. So just continue to show his versatility on both ends of the floor.
As much fun as it was, does that become data for you at some level? I mean, the odds of, there's a famous Simpsons episode where Mr. Burns' Ringer softball team ends up with 9 separate calamities and all the guys are out that he planned to have. So the odds of them being through all 3 of those guys being out again, but there could be a 5-minute stretch, a 10-minute stretch. I mean, everything's data, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say in a small sample size like that, to me, it's not as much as a data as it is like the mindset of you don't need certain things in order to go after winning. And I felt like the beginning of the game, we were kind of all like taken aback of like, there's no bigs on the floor and we don't have that. And then after, when it was 14-10 and we called the timeout, it was like, you don't need things to go a certain way in order to win. You can just use what you have and win different ways. And I think we've been really working on that over the last couple of years. And last night was a good opportunity to that. And tonight presents an entirely different challenge. Tonight we're double big. Tonight we're playing against a team that has bigs. Tonight we're playing against a team that's physical and switches. And so tonight's a completely different mindset than last night. But at the same time, take in some of the things that translate to winning.
How does the Stay Ready group stay ready? Because it always strikes me as one of those things that is much easier said than done, and a lot of people and a lot go into that process.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 things that come to mind. One is the character of the type of guys that we have. Their professionalism, their work ethic, their understanding of their craft, and them wanting to get better. And very similar to what we talk about with like Celtics tradition, the young players that have come before them who are now doing well give affirmation to, if you stick to it, you have an opportunity to do it. Whether it's here or whether it's somewhere else, at the end of the day, you want your career to grow. And so I think it has a lot to do with the players, but also the player development staff, the work ethic that they put in, the monotony of the details. They do a great job.
We've talked before about how thin the margin is in this league between being here, and then being middle level, being top level, winning and losing. The margins are so small. So I imagine, having seen the Pistons in all these games that you've played against them in the last couple of years, you would be among the least surprised people in the world as to what is happening.
No, even times last year, I was like, man, this team's a week away or a stretch of games away from becoming great. And just the maturation of Cunningham, I think they're well coached with Bickerstaff, and the maturation of Duren. And then some of the veterans that they have around them. It doesn't surprise me, but I think they're one of the better teams in this league for a long time to come.
Cade's a perfect example, because I know you like the shots he's getting now compared to the shots he was getting before, but to me there was always that 1 turnover. And the difference between 3 turnovers a game and 2 turnovers a game, that is an entire game sometimes.
I mean, I think that's, you take a look at the Cavs were just in this building a little while ago, and it came down to a half-court shot at the win, and it's a 1-possession game, and that's a difference between, going on a small losing streak or being, 40 whatever and 10, and as you grow, regardless of a young team or an older team, those margins and the things that go into winning are huge. Can you win close games? Can you value the basketball? Can you rebound at the end? Can you win on the margins?
Is there any comparison to be made when we go under the umbrella of believing that you can suddenly do this to what happened to the team you watched 3 years ago, under 500 in January, and in the blink of an eye are in the finals? And that thing, when you looked at it, it seemed to happen. There were so many games right before the run, if you remember. Yeah. R.J. Barrett had said crazy overtime. There was little tiny games that got away.
At Washington.
And then when it happened,
It happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes into how do you put together the things that the process of winning, the margins that go into being able to win those, like ending quarters, starting quarters, winning the turnover margin, making plays down the stretch. I think all those things go into the confidence of becoming a good team.
All right, we got the Celtics and the Pistons, a very good team right now. It's next to the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
Yes, cool.
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Every game is a fingerprint. No two look alike. The Celtics have won over 100 games the last 2 seasons, but never came up so big when playing so small. Last night in Toronto, 3 bigs all on the sidelines, but the size of the fight in the dog was bigger than the dog in the Celtics fight.
Ball in the hands of Tatum. He steps to his left. He's got an opening, but the 3 comes up short. Who's got the offensive rebound? Pritchard does. Kick to the corner for a Tatum 3.
Boy, I tell you, Peyton Pritchard's made so many big plays. No, 6 man. How about the All-Stars?
The Eastern Conference of the 2000s belonged to the Pistons. A ridiculous 7 straight conference finals and an NBA title in 2004. But it feels like ancient history as they've fallen farther and farther off the NBA map. But last year, signs of life have become this year's signs of playoff basketball heading back to Motown, led by their motorcade. The Pistons have won 7 straight. The Celtics 6 straight, 8 on the road, and 12 in a row against the Pistons. Streaks on the line of the NBA Game of the Night. Celtics and Pistons in Detroit. Next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champions.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Your New England Ford dealers, Amica Insurance, Shaw's and Star Market, Bosch Tools, and by Ticketmaster.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the World Championship.
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, VA New England, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by Town Fair Tire.
The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship for the 15th time.
And by Brex, Corona, your New England Honda dealers. Find massmoney.gov, NetSuite by Oracle, Cambridge Savings Bank, Kia North Danvers, Comcast Business, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is Banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished. It is Banner 18. The mission demanded is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
On May 26, 2008, the Pistons beat the Celtics in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Celtics, of course, 2 games later would go on to win the Eastern Conference and, of course, the NBA championship. Since that date, the Detroit Pistons have had 10 coaches and 0 playoff wins. But there's as much buzz in this building as we have seen or heard since they opened it less than a decade ago. The starting lineups tonight brought to you by Amica Insurance, the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Boston Celtics. Asar Thompson is a big reason, part of this turnaround for Detroit going into the starting lineup, playing with Jalen Duren and Tobias Harris up front. But it's been all about the motorcade. Cade Cunningham paired with the veteran Tim Hardaway Jr. in the backcourt. The Celtics tonight without Jaylen Brown will sound like this.
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Drew Holiday, UCLA.
Jason Tatum, Duke University.
Al Horford, University of Florida.
Kristaps Porzingis, Baloncesto Sevilla.
The Ford F-150 first quarter presented by Ford F-Series, the #1 selling pickup, #1 truck in brand loyalty. Tonight's contestant, Chris Sweezy of Wyndham, New Hampshire. Boston goes up by 15 at any point in the first quarter. Chris wins the opportunity to see a game from the Ford Sports Deck. Enter the contest at 98.5 thesportshub.com. Max, we sat through a lot of big Celtic Pistons games. It's been a while.
Well, I think that if you look at the Pistons right now, they want to be on the up. And if you're playing the world champions, then you got an opportunity at home. You haven't been able to beat these guys, but this might be a golden opportunity. And add into this second night of a back-to-back, Celtics coming from Toronto, a little bit more traveling coming through customs.
Pistons a little more rested, having been on this homestand. They haven't played, obviously, since Monday night. They will wear the road blue uniforms tonight. Red numbers, white letters. They'll go left to right. Celtics now 14-8 in the home white after a slow start this year. Be wearing that with the green letters and numbers going right to left. Porzingis wins the tip from Jalen Duren into the hands of Derek White, and away we go. Al Horford, left baseline extended, challenged by Jalen Duren. Picks up his dribble, long cross-court, finds Drew Holiday in the corner. He's going to launch the quick three. He comes up short. Rebound deflected and eventually controlled by the veteran Tobias Harris. First touch for Cade Cunningham. Up the right side, switches to the left hand, drop back to Harris. Straightaway three, pretty good look, and he knocks it down.
Good job of catching that basketball a little low, but came up nicely, the veteran.
Pistons slightly above average offense, slightly above average defense. There's only one team in the NBA who's top 5 in both, and that is the reigning and defending champion Celtics, who get a straightaway three from Porzingis. It's wide left, and Cade Cunningham has the rebound. Celtics did not shoot the three well last night. In Toronto, it's just 29%. Cade Cunningham spins away from Drew Holiday, trying to, falls away on the baseline. Tough shot is good. His shot selection is so much better.
Acting almost like he wasn't even there with that jump shot.
Pistons get the first 5. Drew Holiday, full of energy, since returning from the shoulder injury, shovels to Derek White. His left side three is off, too strong, and Jalen Duren has the rebound. Duren up the middle of the floor through that familiar Pistons logo. Handed Tim Hardaway. One step to his right. Quick three is no good. The rebound for Horford. There comes Derek White galloping up the right side. Thompson waiting for him. Lob entry. First touch for Jason Tatum. Leans into Hardaway. Pulls up. Going to take the jumper over him. It's going to come a little bit short. And the rebound for Harris. Celtics have missed their first 4. Asar Thompson. Scary injury situation, health situation for him at the start of the year, but clean bill of health. He's made a big difference. Cade Cunningham dribbles to 12 feet, and before he could rise up, Al Horford reached in, clipped him on the arm, and is called for the foul. And Cade Cunningham's going to get free throws here.
Al's looking around like, no, I didn't do that. I didn't hit him. Let's see where the ball is.
Matt Reynolds is looking at it on the Boston bench, and I can see him from here. He's shaking his head saying, no, we're not challenging this one. Big study came out in the NBA today of all the different challenges, which coaches challenged the most, who's been the most successful. So they're sort of middle of the pack. Cunningham gets the free throws, and the Pistons have the first 7 to match their win streak, their longest since 2008. Derek White out of the wing. Here's the lob entry to Porzingis. Throws the shoulder into Harris. Turns into him. Elevates. Flips it up. That's going to come up short. Everything's been short here early for the Celtics. They're 0 for 5. Long Joe Mazzulla lets this go on. Cade Cunningham drop back to Tobias Harris. Up fakes a three. Drives on Porzingis. Porzingis takes the rim away. So Harris steps back out to 18 feet. Pump fake jumper, no good. Offensive rebound tapped up by Duren. That won't go. Tobias Harris got a hand on it, saving it from going out of bounds, but throw it right to Porzingis. Tatum races up the middle of the floor against Thompson. He's in alone. He scores with the right hand.
Good drive. This time went all the way to the basket. Forget about guys passing. That time I'm taking a layup.
7-2. Tatum had 9 assists in the first half last night in Toronto. Duran lobs into the corner, caught by Cunningham. Drew Holiday down in his defensive stance. Cunningham palms the ball, now puts to the floor, turns the corner behind a Duran screen. Left elbow jumper is way off. A boulder, and the rebound on the weak side for Tatum. Tatum's had some big games in this building. Bounce pass, trying to thread the needle to Al Horford, knocked away by Thompson. Long lead pass caught by Jalen Duran, and he slams it home before Tatum could even give a foul.
I mean, what was Al going to do with that basketball if he caught it?
9-2 is the early Detroit lead. Celtics 1 for 6 with a turnover. Tatum blitzed by Duran. Duran punches the ball away. Tatum's able to get in the backcourt and flip it ahead on the right side for Derek White. 2 dribble drive, finds Porzingis in the corner, kick out left wing Tatum. Tatum against Duran, a shuttle pass, finds Horford for a pretty good look. He rises into a 3, it's no good. Porzingis taps the offensive rebound, but right to Tobias Harris.
I tell you what, Pistons are moving well defensively. Woo.
Hardaway, stop and start, drives, got to the rim, but couldn't finish. Porzingis altered that shot just by being there. Hardaway misses in close. Celtics are 1 for 7 to begin the game. Trailing 9-2. Tatum deep on the right side against Cunningham. Switches right hand, left hand, steps to his right, creates that look for himself, but this 3 is too strong, and Duran has the rebound.
Love to see
Pistons
something
already plus
going
4
towards
in
the paint.
And Celtics don't force that if it's not there. Cunningham drives down the left side. Holiday got sealed off by Duran just for a half step. That allowed Cade Cunningham to get there, and the Celtics are down by 9. This, by the way, is as much as the Celtics have trailed in the last during the winning streak. A little fall away from Porzingis is no good from the elbow. Celtics are 1 for 9. In the last 4 games, Celtics have only trailed by 2.5 minutes total. Harris pump fake, gets Porzingis up in the air, draws contact and a foul.
Second time Porzingis has gone for that pump fake. Let the ball be released from the shooter's hands. Boom. Right into the body. Get a couple of free throws. Make it simple. This is when I think you miss Brown, because Brown is so good in early situations in games and gets the Celtics off a snide. But so far, everybody else is not shooting the ball well except the one layup by Tatum.
During the 6-game win streak, the Celtics have trailed for a total of 16 minutes. And in the last 4 games of this win streak, they trailed for just 2.5 minutes total in 4 full games. And they trailed by more than that already here. Harris gets the free throws, and the Celtics are down double figures already. It's 13-2. Derek White goes left side, Tatum. Pump fake, now he'll attack. Bounce pass coming strong in the baseline. Porzingis off the window, and a little foul on Harris.
Good drive. Get somebody else involved. This time a little layup opportunity. You know, I am not at all opposed to just taking a layup, especially when you have a 7-footer going toward the basket. The hard way to make a 3-point play, but I'll take it all day with a 7-footer doing that.
3-point play for Porzingis. 13-5, Detroit by 8. Yeah, the Celtics had taken 5 of their first 9 shots were threes, and tonight they have the bigs.
Tell me, I love the coolness of Cade Cunningham. The way he brings the ball, the way he kind of just eases into everything.
He eases into a 3 here. It's wide left, and Tatum has the rebound. He had that as a rookie. Just cut down on the mistakes. Drew Holiday, body by Cunningham. Holiday gets him to the free throw line, drives in close, runs it off the window and in with the left hand. He just bullied Cade Cunningham.
Just attacked him. That's what you do with a shooter. Attack him.
5 straight for the Celtics. They cut it to 6. 13-7 is the Detroit lead. Duran handoff. Cunningham sets a hard pick on Holiday. And the shot blocked at the rim by Porzingis. And Duran goes down, so a 5-on-4 the other way. Holiday zips into the cutting Tatum. He flies in for the 2-hand slam. Great vision by Drew Holiday. Seeing Tatum out of the corner of his eye, starting his drive from the right side.
Understanding you have to play defense. Look at that head of Tatum on a swivel, looking around.
7 straight for the Celtics. Sar Thompson in the paint, runs it up and in. He caught that in pretty deep. Ends the 7-0 Boston run. 15-9, Detroit by 6. Derek White throws the left shoulder, and the veteran Tim Hardaway Jr. White spins. His left hand tiptoes the baseline, kick to the far corner. Holiday waiting for 3, bounces short, and the rebound for Harris. They love the offensive transition. Joe Mazzulla talked about that a lot before the game. Cade Cunningham into the front court. Holiday right on his shoulder. Cunningham has a step, attacks, scoops to the left hand, no good. Porzingis altered that shot, and Tatum snags the rebound. Holiday sort of let him go there, knowing Porzingis was waiting at the rim.
Got a 7-foot shot blocker there. It's good stuff.
Holiday bullies Harris in deep. Again goes to that left hand, but this time the shot won't go off the glass. Thompson has the rebound. Saw Thompson has Al Horford backpedaling, but he just dropped it out of bounds. He's trying to figure out what he's going to do with it. Took his eye off it, fumbled it out of bounds, and the Celtics will have it when we return. 5:33 to go. Opening quarter at Little Caesars. Detroit 15, Boston 9 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
With Cox Mobile, you're covered coast to coast, so you can call your friends anytime on that road trip from New York City to L.A., even in, Franklin, Illinois.
Huh, what if I call from Franklin, Georgia?
Yep, covered.
Ooh, Franklin, Texas?
Uh-huh.
Franklin, Kansas, Missouri, Virginia, Nebraska,
all
Connecticut.
covered. Cox Mobile runs on the network with more nationwide coverage than T-Mobile and has call quality you can rely on. Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox Internet required. Comparison based on percentage of area covered by T-Mobile as compared to Cox Mobile from FCC National Broadband Map of U.S. as of 12/31/23. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Grady back to the Amica Insurance broadcast booth. Celtics trailing by 6, 15-9 midway through the first quarter. Celtics basketball presented by Amica Insurance. At Amica, they build a game plan with you in mind. Visit Amica.com today to learn more about Amica's award-winning customer service.
Well, I think you look at the game so far, what's going on. Celtics just trying to calm the waters a little bit. Pistons come out, playing pretty well, but the Celtics kind of reeled them back in by playing on the defensive end.
The trickle down with Jaylen Brown out is that Jordan Walsh is going to get an early entry here with Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser joining Tatum and Porzingis. Sam Hauser will trigger the inbound. Jordan Walsh gave the Celtics some good minutes last night in Toronto. Redefining makeshift. Tatum straight away. Harris down in his defensive stance. Porzingis sets the screen. Tatum steps to his right. Drop back to Pritchard. A straightaway three got blocked by Beasley. Cunningham into the front court. Tatum waiting for him. Cunningham 6'6", has a high dribble. Steps to the elbow. Finds Harris. Harris one step in on Jordan Walsh. Pump fake. Draws the contact shot. Is no good. Want a foul. Probably should have got it. Didn't. Porzingis has a rebound. J.B. Bickerstaff in somewhat disbelief. Tatum switches the right hand. Loses. Cade Cunningham. Step back. Three is good. And Cade just got Tatum.
Cade just got his motorcade. That's what that's called.
15-12. Celtics cut it to 3. Cunningham trying to get the highlight back. Drives, trying to hand off to Duran. Threw it right through him. Pritchard leads a 3-on-1. Hauser and threw it a little bit behind Jordan Walsh. He bobbles it, and the Celtics give away a 3-on-1. Duran the steal. Lead for Cade Cunningham. Return to Duran, who flies in. He misses the layup, but they're calling the foul. And Duran will get free throws.
Man, easy pass opportunity for Cade. Show this replay. Man down. Gabe Cunningham touched the floor. That's how bad that was. Ooh.
And not in the Duke Blue Devil, everybody slapped the floor at the same time, defensively way. He was trying to keep himself upright. Celtics will not challenge here. They talked about it. Duran, not a great free throw shooter, but he gets the first one here.
It was getting dicey for Duren in the starting lineup here. A lot of people were calling for your guy, Beef Stew, Isaiah Stewart, to take his spot.
Why is he my guy, Beef Stew?
Because that's exactly the reason, because of the way you say it.
I love it. Beef Stew. Anyway, he's going to be the kind of guy that's going to go right at it. And he was not giving you any quarter at all. He was going to knock you around. He's going to do whatever he could do physically.
He's getting ready to check in. Duren right on cue. As I tell you, misses the second free throw. So the Celtics have the ball down by 4, 16-12. Queta in the game. Sets the screen on Harris. Tatum moves to his right against Beasley. Tatum, quick stop and start. Has the ball in the left hand. Spins, free throw line. Tough ball away. Got it.
I mean, you can't defend any better than that. That was just a great offensive shot.
16-14. After playing 40 minutes, by the way, for Tatum. Second night of a back-to-back. Cunningham drives, falls away. It's a tough shot for him. Moving to his right, throwing back to his left, but it falls. 18-14. Detroit by 4.
I love to see the Celtics trap him at the top and keep him on the baseline.
Tatum moving to his left. Great. It's a pretty good look. His three is good.
Uh-oh.
Harris just gave him an inch, and Tatum took 3. Tatum deferred in the first half last night, not in the first quarter tonight. He's got 12 on 5 of 7 shooting, not to mention 4 rebounds. Cunningham gets the Duren screen. Pritchard going to try his hand on Cade Cunningham. Cunningham backs the smaller Pritchard down to about 12 feet, spins to his right, falls away, misses off the back iron, and there's going to be a loose ball foul call on Duren.
I didn't see much of that there with Duren. I mean, like Cade to me just kind of jumped too soon.
Duren will check out. Isaiah Stewart will enter the game, as will Marcus Sasser. And Marcus Sasser getting some run tonight because of the injury suffered by the former Celtic, the former everything, Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder had a chance to play 3 games against the Celtics this year with 3 different teams, but is not going to play tonight. Played against them with Brooklyn and Golden State early in the year. Pritchard has it in the Pistons logo. Gets a hard screen from Tatum. Moves to his right. Bounce pass for Tatum. Top of the circle against the smaller Sasser. Here comes the double teams. The shovel pass back out to Pritchard. Steps to his left away from Thompson and buries another 3. All net.
Ripped it through. And you can't play off of Tatum and try to double team him, and they're going to punish you.
18-5 as the Boston run of the Celtics have their first lead, 20-18. Beasley turns the corner. Bounce pass for Isaiah Stewart. Stewart with Cade in front of him. Throws that right shoulder into him. Pump fake. Scoops to the left hand. No good. But they're calling a foul. Now Isaiah Stewart will get free throws and try to tie it when we return. 2:35 to go. Opening quarter in the game of the night in the NBA at Little Caesars. Boston 20, Detroit 18 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, cool,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Hey, it's Zoe, and Oakers Technologies has a long history of helping businesses stay future-ready as their single-source IT partner, providing everything from full IT infrastructure to everyday AV needs. And they're hyper-focused on managed IT services that feel easy and simple from a single point of contact. Their ProCare support team are the people behind the technology that makes sure that you have a custom approach to the support and resources you need to keep your business future-ready with Oakers Technologies, proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable,
Silverado.
adventurous, fun, techie,
Trailblazer.
stylish, nimble,
Tracks.
innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Hey, it's Zoe, and Oakers Technologies has a long history of helping businesses stay future ready as their single source IT partner, providing everything from full IT infrastructure to everyday AV needs. And they're hyper focused on managed IT services that feel easy and simple from a single point of contact. Their ProCare support team are the people behind the technology that make sure that you have a custom approach to the support and resources you need to keep your business future ready with Oakers Technologies, proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Brex is proud to be the official corporate card of the Boston Celtics. Brex cards help over 25,000 companies make every dollar count. Learn more at Brex.com/grow. Max's guy, beef stew, Isaiah Stewart at the line. I think it's the way the legendary television announcer here, George Blaha, really leans into it, too. Beef stew.
Well, think about he's going to be physical. And I like that. You don't see a lot of physicality in the NBA anymore.
You don't see a lot of great free throw shooting either from the two bigs for Detroit, but he gets 1 of 2. We're 20-19. Celtics already climbing out of an 11-point hole. Up by 1 here with 2:27 to go in the first. Pritchard moving to his left, floats it back for Queta. Queta looking around, waiting for Tatum. Tatum comes to get it. Tatum swings the ball away from Asar Thompson, who draws the assignment. Tatum turns the corner. Stop and start. He exposed the ball, and Thompson knocks it away. Another steal. The streak continues for Asar Thompson. Lead pass on the right side for Beasley, and he flushes with the right hand, and the Pistons regain a lead.
Tatum a little too much dribbling, then exposed the basketball.
8 turnovers in the last 2 nights now for Tatum. Final 2 minutes. First quarter. Pritchard. Blitz by Isaiah Stewart out at half court until Sasser can get there. Moves to Jordan Walsh. Walsh left-hand dribble. Blows by Harris. He tried to posterize Isaiah Stewart, but he left too far away from the basket. He missed the dunk. Racing the length of the floor, Thompson. But he is covered under the basket, so will kick all the way out. Good also by Hauser to get back defensively. Beasley straight away going to take the 3 over Jordan Walsh. Swish.
Somebody screamed out, "Kill him, Sass! Kill him!" Wow. Sasser has that streak. I like that.
Beasley is the only one close. It could be a great stat on Pritchard and Beasley here in a second. Tatum blobs a bad entry into the paint, deflected by Harris, and before the Pistons come up with a steal, Tatum reaches in to try to get the ball back. Ends up committing a foul. Pistons are arguing for transition take foul. Officials are talking about it. Celtics are over the limit, so it's going to be free throws no matter what.
Well, you would get 1 extra point, though, if this is a take foul possibility.
Pritchard is in the year of Ed Malloy as well. So Sasser will get the free throws, fouled about 60 feet from the basket. Another missed free throw for Detroit. He missed 3 of 9 here in his first quarter. They get to the line, they rebound. It's the #1 rebounding team in the Eastern Conference, 4th in the NBA.
Know the physicality of those guys. They've always been like that, even when they were bad.
Another missed free throw. Sasser misses both. So the Celtics trail by 4. Pritchard moves it left side. Tatum against Asar Thompson. Tatum 2 dribbles to the left hand, gets to the elbow, uses that body, exposes the ball again. He bumps into Thompson, loses it. Sasser off to the races, avoids Hauser, scoops it up and in.
Tatum trying to do a little bit too much with that basketball.
3 turnovers in this sequence for Tatum. And the Pistons, after falling behind, have the lead back to 6, 26-20. Pritchard, right-hand dribble, coming strong down the right side, loses Sasser, hands to Queta in the paint. Queta spins. He has the ball knocked away. Another Boston turnover. Thompson kicks to the left corner, waiting. Beasley misses an open 3, but the rebound comes right back to him. He fires again and hits it.
There's lucky, there's good, and there's both, which Beasley was there. 11 straight for the Pistons, and their lead is 9. Second and a half differential on the 2 clocks. 10 on the shot clock, 11 and a half on the game clock as we count it down to the first quarter. Boston down 9. Pritchard. Right-hand dribble down the right side. He exposes the ball, almost lost it, shovels it back to Tatum, who cannot get it away to Jordan Walsh in time. Tatum lost the clock, and the Celtics have come unglued here in the final minutes of the first quarter. That is 6 Boston turnovers in the last 3 minutes.
9-10 on the clock here. Stop the basketball first. Don't let him get a running start.
Celtics do not have a foul to give. And Sasser will not get that one away in time, and that's how the first quarter will come to an end. Wild swings here. A 13-2 start for Detroit. Then the Celtics went on an 18-5 run to take the lead briefly, but the Pistons score the final 11, capitalizing on the Boston turnovers, and they lead by 9 at the end of 1 at Little Caesars. Detroit 29, Boston 20 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
With Cox Mobile, you're covered coast to coast, so you can call your friends anytime on that road trip from New York City to L.A., even in, Franklin, Illinois.
Huh, what if I call from Franklin, Georgia?
Yep, covered.
Ooh, Franklin, Texas?
Uh-huh.
Franklin, Kansas, Missouri, Virginia, Nebraska,
All
Connecticut.
covered. Cox Mobile runs on the network with more nationwide coverage than T-Mobile and has call quality you can rely on. Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox Internet required. Comparison based on percentage of area covered by T-Mobile as compared to Cox Mobile from FCC National Broadband Map of U.S. as of 12/31/23. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Through the last few minutes for the Celtics to end the first quarter. They trail by 9 as we go to the second. The Ford F-150 first quarter was brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. And Ford F-Series, the #1 selling pickup and #1 truck in brand loyalty. Celtics end up committing 7 turnovers, leading to 10 Detroit points. 4 of those turnovers for Jason Tatum, who will leave the game now. Derek White will join Porzingis, Horford, Holiday, and Pritchard to begin the second. Celtics, if you're joining us late, playing without Jaylen Brown and Luke Cornett tonight on the second night of the back-to-back. Cade Cunningham for Beasley coming off a screen. Quick 3, no good. He got a good look at that. Pritchard has the rebound. Lead for Al Horford. He's going to fire a 3 before Stewart can get there. It comes up way short, and Sasser will snatch the rebound. Celtics 3 of 11 from distance. Under 30% on the short road trip. Ron Holland is in the game for Detroit. Finds Beasley. Little curl. Gets in. Floats it over Porzingis from 10 feet up and in.
Thing you know about Beasley is the score. And we've seen him many times attack and attack. You got to put him back in his place. Attack him.
Bad pass by Derek White. Stolen by Holland. 2-on-1 with Beasley. He finds Beasley. He runs it off the window and it rattles home. And the Pistons, who led by 11 early, only to surrender that lead entirely, are now up by 13. It's a 15-0 run, one of the longest against the Celtics this year. Celtics lead the league. They've committed the fewest turnovers, but they've committed 8 in 13 minutes tonight. Drew Holiday fouled as he starts his drive, about 20 feet away from the basket by Holland.
Is that protecting the ball? Critical. Celtics, if you do it one time, okay. But then Tatum comes down 3 times in a row and turns the basketball over. Not good.
Derek White inside through to Horford. Quick return to Derek White, who steps from the side out of bounds into an open three and knocks it down. Who's the most dangerous guy, Max, on an inbound?
Guy who takes the basketball out because you forget about him.
33-23. Boston back within 10. Ball in the hands of Beasley. Pritchard reaching for it, can't get it. Shovel to the right side. Open is Sasser, and his three is good. Pistons are 4 of 8 from distance. Celtics are 4 of 12. 36-23. Detroit by 13, their largest lead. Derek White, they run away from him behind the Porzingis screen. He knocks down another three.
Derek White's getting his shot. But one thing you see, Porzingis is kind of getting knocked around.
Cunningham, tricky dribble, finds Stewart flying in on the left side. He pulled Porzingis towards him. Easy two-hand slam for Isaiah Stewart. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla.
That's one thing that I really enjoy when I watch Cade Cunningham. The ability to pass the ball once you go towards the rim.
Couple of assists to go along with 8 points. Beasley 12 off the bench, and everything's coming up Pistons here in the first half. 10:06 to go, quarter number 2. Detroit 38, Boston 26 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
With Cox Mobile, you're covered coast to coast, so you can call your friends anytime on that road trip from New York City to L.A., even in, Franklin, Illinois.
Huh, what if I call from Franklin, Georgia?
Yep, covered.
Ooh, Franklin, Texas?
Uh-huh.
Franklin, Kansas, Missouri, Virginia, Nebraska,
All
Connecticut?
covered. Cox Mobile runs on the network with more nationwide coverage than T-Mobile and has call quality you can rely on. Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox Internet required. Comparison based on percentage of area covered by T-Mobile as compared to Cox Mobile from FCC National Broadband Map of U.S. as of 12/31/23. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techy.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future-ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future-ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
The Celtics begin the night 5th in the NBA defensively. Detroit has scored 20 points in the last 4.5 minutes. The Celtics only have a pair of Derek White threes in that span as Detroit has gone from down 2 to up 12, 38-26 with 10:06 to go in the first half. Pistons 7 straight wins. They are sitting not only comfortably in the 6th spot, they are just a game out of 4th in the Eastern Conference.
Playing the way they want to play. Physical, physical, and physical again.
The Celtics have beaten Detroit 12 consecutive times. Derek White cross half court. Beasley comes to watch him. Ball floated to Horford against Isaiah Stewart. Couple of dribbles for Horford. Right side hand to Holiday. Turns the corner, gets to the free throw line. Drop back to Horford. Got a clean look at the right side three. No good. And a rebound for Howard. It's one of those nights where the Celtics are generating their good looks, but they're not falling. Celtics are 5 of 14 from 3. Sasser straight away. Up fake to take the 3 over the outstretched arm of Porzingis. No good, and Horford deflects the rebound to Drew Holiday.
Al's going to have to hit some of these shots for the Celtics to win.
Derek White turns the corner on Sasser. Floats it to Porzingis in the paint. He's pushed backwards by Isaiah Stewart. Throws it in off the glass at the same time.
Could have been contact and one, but Porzingis is going to find a way to get on the inside and use that size of his.
Second bucket for Porzingis, 38-28, Detroit by 10. 9-10 to go first half. Cade Cunningham. Drew Holiday's drawn that assignment. Swing pass for Beasley, steps behind the screen of Isaiah Stewart. His 3 comes up short, and a rebound for Derek White. Beasley's taken 8 shots in 8 minutes. Derek White throws the shoulder into Sasser. Spins to his left, tiptoes into the baseline. Short little jumper, comes up short. And the rebound for Isaiah Stewart. How many of these shots in the Celtics? They've missed 15 shots. 12 of them have been short. Feels like Sasser is open, takes the three and buries it.
Sasser comes down wide open. Nobody getting close to him.
Pistons shooting 54% from the floor, 5 of 11 from 3, and this is with 4 missed free throws. They still lead by 13, their largest lead. Pritchard drives, runs it off the glass, no good. And the rebound controlled by Cade Cunningham.
That time he tried to hit Beef Stew. Too
Howard
big.
has an opening, steps past Holiday, and Porzingis scores easily. And it's a 15-point Detroit lead.
Holland, I love Holland.
Cade Cunningham fouls Porzingis sort of unnecessarily away from the play. He was waiting for him to throw the body into him. Tim Hardaway will return. He'll get Malik Beasley. So Peyton Pritchard has made more threes off the bench than anybody in the NBA this year, 183. Beasley's right behind him at 173. Then you got to go down to 107. Trent of Milwaukee. Bounce pass for Al Horford. Straightaway three, no good. And the rebound goes out of bounds. Al Horford now has taken 4 shots. They've all been threes, and he scored the same number of points you and I have.
And then here's Al coming off of rest. So it shouldn't be about the legs.
And going through customs can be difficult. Cunningham goes left side. Sasser. Detroit up by 15 here. Turn to Cunningham. Cunningham switches to the left hand. Pulls up free throw line at Holiday. Jumper no good. Long rebound. Isaiah Stewart snatches it away from Drew Holiday. And he caught Drew Holiday on the fingers there too. Cunningham steps to his right. His three is online, but too strong. And the rebound, Horford wins it. Celtics teetering a little bit here midway through the second.
I'm seeing tired legs too from the Celtics.
Drew Holiday, who didn't play last night, turns, fades on Cade Cunningham. Very tough low percentage shot, no good. Rebound Stewart. Celtics trying to go a little too one-on-one here. Sasser steps to his left, his three, open, no good. Celtics are just dodging bullets now. This could be worse, believe it or not. Boston down 15. 7:10 to go first half. Derek White steps to his left behind the Porzingis screen, and his three comes up. Wait for it. Short. Cade Cunningham moving to his left. Porzingis challenges. Ball thrown through Stewart. Cunningham turns it over. Horford the steal, sends Derek White away. Derek White, long cross court. Pritchard waiting for it. Got a pretty good look at a deep right side three. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Al Horford inside out. Instead of going to the rim, he kicks it back out. Porzingis puts it in the hands of Drew Holiday. Holiday drives. Then he throws back out to the wing. Pritchard finds Porzingis. Straightaway three is good.
Al, just go right back up with that basketball. You're around the rim and you struggle to get an easy opportunity and you're given one. Don't take it.
J.B. Bickerstaff takes something. It's a timeout with 6:35 to go first half. Detroit 43, Boston 31 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Coming up at halftime, Joe Murray will be along with scores from around the NBA. And we'll surprise you to learn that the 76ers trail by double figures at Madison Square Garden. Towns not playing tonight. Still amazed he came back in that game Sunday afternoon in Boston. Knicks had 19 in the first quarter for Mikal Bridges. Lead that game by 13. Paul George announced today, Max, he's going to give up his podcast.
To do what?
The optics, not great. I know optics and podcasts are something of an oxymoron, not unlike a lot of terms. Cade Cunningham out of the timeout. It's in the hands of Ron Holland. Now Jalen Duren standing on the three-point line. And to Cade Cunningham. Bounce pass, Duren all alone. Celtics just watching right now. 45-31. All Detroit here in the first half. Tatum getting ready to check back in. Drew Holiday puts in the hands of Peyton Pritchard. Celtics have had one real flurry midway through the first quarter when they came from 11 down to grab the lead. But it's been ugly for the most part. Porzingis draws the double. Kick out Pritchard. Celtics need one, and they finally get one.
See, if you go inside out, Porzingis is saying the right thing. They're pushing them in the back each and every time.
Second three of the night for Peyton Pritchard. Beasley trying to get it back on the sixth-man leader. It's no good, but the rebound takes a funny bounce to the corner. Hardaway at a fall-away three. Wow. It's no good. It's a reasonable question. Horford the lead for Derek White. So it's only down by 11 here. Feels a lot worse. Derek White for Drew Holiday in the logo. Swung around left wing. Peyton Pritchard against Beasley. Pritchard switches to the left hand. Couple of steps in on the drive. Kick back to Holiday. Holiday with 4 to shot clock. Starts his drive, spins in the paint, kicks to the corner. Derek White has to launch it, and he hits an impossible long two. He had to jump in the air and start his shooting motion as the ball was coming towards him because the shot clock was winding down.
I wonder if they're going to go back and look at that, though.
Well, everyone's going to be looking at that because it was incredible to see. They called it a 2 on the floor. Pistons lose the ball under the basket here. The officials are discussing amongst themselves who it should belong to. Overall here, it's going to be Boston ball. Tatum is begging to get back in the game. He's going to come get Al Horford.
Tremendous shot, as you said. Just show a replay of this White shot, catching this basketball in mid-air and releasing it.
He started his shooting motion based on the shot clock winding down, even though he didn't have the ball. So by the time the ball got to him, he was already in the air. Celtics only down 9 here as Tatum returns. He steps behind the Porzingis screen, finds Porzingis. He up-fakes the straightaway three. Now muscles Tobias Harris to about 12 feet, rises, flips it up. Awkward shot, no good. Rebound Harris. Tobias Harris through the center court logo. Switches to the left hand, pulls up free throw line, dribbles himself into rhythm and knocks down the shot. 47-36, Detroit by 11. Derek White. Moving to his right. Duren comes out to check him. Porzingis waiting in the paint. That's where the ball goes.
There we go.
Couple of dribbles. Porzingis rises into contact and draws the foul on Harris.
Well, Porzingis saying, this is the first time I've seen a scowl on Porzingis' face, where he's just like, look, they're pushing me, they're hitting me with the ball each and every time. Bigger staff looking around like, okay, what could be done? But yeah, you're fouling the guy. You're hitting him on the arm each and every time.
And they're making that shot. That Derek White thing is going to be a 3.
Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I guess because he was in the air and he jumped.
I started calling a shot,
jumped beyond the three-point line.
Yeah, it was a Derek White thing. It wasn't a shot. It was a shot put. So that gets the Celtics within 10. Free throw bounces out for Porzingis. So you get a point from Secaucus, and then you give it back at the free throw line. There was increasing discussion about that Paul George podcast, given the optics of it. Porzingis misses both free throws, and Jalen Duren has the rebound. So Porzingis.
What was the optics? He wasn't playing well?
You could say that. Sar Thompson moves to the corner to Tobias Harris. 2 dribbles to the left-hand pump fake, runs into Porzingis and scores over him. He wanted the N1, didn't get it. So Porzingis misses 2 free throws. Harris gets it back on the other end, and they just teed up Harris. That is the second time that Harris thought he should have an and 1 in his first half.
Not sure about that. I mean, there was a contact. He was looking for it. He got the contact. He got Porzingis up in the air. But I think the Celtics right now are fortunate here as they miss the free
Tatum
throw.
misses another technical. Despite Derek White being on the floor, Tatum is the one who shot it. So we've had the Celtics are 1 of 4 from the free throw line. The Pistons are 6 of 10. I was told there would be no math, but that means half of the free throws have been missed here. Boston with the ball down 12. 3:49 to go in an ugly first half. Derek White steps to his left. They run away from him again, and he hits a 3 again.
Derek White's making them pay. You come off that pick, you come off slowly, and you go under it, he's punishing you.
4 threes in the first half for Derek White. Thompson catches, drives left side. He's in deep on Moncada, goes off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound. Tapped in by Duran.
Duran just went right through the body of Tatum there.
Detroit plus 11 on the glass here in the first half. Derek White gets a screen from Tatum. Returns the pass to him on the bounce. He's open. He has an extra half second to create a 3, and he knocks it down. Celtics trying to shoot their way back in it.
Yeah, staying there with bombs.
And that was the 200th 3 of the season for Jason Tatum. Gave you some numbers on that as Harris drives, kick out. Sasser, pretty good look at the right side 3. It's an air ball, though, short. Celtics have the rebound. Derek White, quick outlet. Pritchard snatches it away from Sasser. He's going to pull up in transition and hit a 3.
Bomb squad is in the town. They are in their town.
Timeout, JB Bickerstaff. Celtics on a 9-2 run to cut it to 5, 51-46.
Understanding again what they have to do. Shooting the basketball. This time wide open look. Pritchard doesn't hesitate. And you put the Pistons back on their hunches a minute by knocking down shots and defending the basketball.
Jason Tatum's 3rd 3 of the first half is his 200th of the season. He becomes the 11th player in NBA history to do that 4 times. And he's 26 years old. Steph, Dame, Clay, James Harden, Buddy Hield, Ray Allen, Malik Beasley,
Hey, you know,
Paul
forget
George.
about all those guys you're talking about. Let one of them just have 1 for his entire career. Then I'd be impressed.
1 what?
1 3.
And we think about how the game has changed. This is the list I just gave you. Tatum just became the 11th player to have 4 seasons of 200 threes.
It's crazy. Absolutely insane. I think they're playing that way.
What's even crazier is that 3 of them were in this game. Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr., and now Jason Tatum. Pistons ball out of the timeout. The lead is down to 5. Tobias Harris for Sar Thompson. He's going to drive on Moncada, bumps him away, and scores easily. Moncada was frozen by Sar Thompson.
That's one thing that Moncada has to get his balance. If you hit him with your body, he's going backwards. He's too strong and too big for that.
Celtics trail by 7. They have led Detroit by double figures at halftime of all 3 games. And here's another turnover. Hardaway knocked it away from Derek White, off Derek, out of bounds. And that is 9 Boston turnovers now in the first half. Celtics lead the league, committing only 11.8 per game. Pistons by 7 on the ball. Trying to snap a 12-game losing streak to the Celtics. Cunningham for Tobias Harris. Penetrates and then kicks back to Sar Thompson. Return to Cunningham. Straightaway 3. Nope. And a rebound for Drew Holiday. Cade Cunningham just 3 of 10 in the first half. Richard switches to the right hand. Drives on Hardaway. Push pass into the corner. Al Horford's 3 is good. His 5th one is the charm.
And finally, Al behind the line took his time and knocked that one down.
Celtics just 6 of 15 inside, but they're shooting 50% from 3. Thompson drives baseline, his pass back out, picked off, the lead for Pritchard, and another three. Whew. Are you serious? A 12-2 run in the blink of an eye for the Celtics, and the lead for the Pistons is down to 1. It was 15, seems like a minute ago. Bad pass by Cunningham. Hardaway's able to save it. Back to Cunningham in the corner. He'll drive baseline, run it off the window and in. That was a possession-saving play by Hardaway. 55-52, Boston down 3. Pritchard slowed up at the three-point line. Hardaway was just waiting for him, but Derek White pounces on the loose ball. About to enter the final minute of the first half. Right now, if you're syncing up with TV, Tatum down the right side. Can't bump Duran away, so he throws back to Horford. Straight away 3. Tie game.
Whew. Man, you go in, I go out. I knock down the tray when you follow defensively.
The Celtics scored 28 points in the first quarter and a half. They've got 27 in the last 7 minutes. Tie score is 55. And all of a sudden, the Pistons look a little shook here. Cunningham draws the double team, gets rid of it to the elbow. Thompson diagonals it back out to Harris. His right side three is no good. Rebound, punched in the air all the way out to Cunningham. Cunningham attacks Drew Holiday, gets in deep, goes off the glass. That will not fall for him. And the rebound for Al Horford. He was just off balance a little bit. Cunningham now 4 of 12. And the Celtics going to take the lead into the locker room? That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it'd be insane.
Tatum comes to get it. He's out at half court against Asar Thompson. He's got 4 steals already. 5 on the shot clock, 9 on the game clock as we count it down to the first half. Tatum starts his drive on the right side. Thompson reaches in, knocks it away, and that will kill the shot clock.
Tatum has scored the ball, but turned the ball over too many times for his liking.
That will be technically a team turnover, but it could easily have been the 5th for Tatum.
Should be. They give you that, but that was clearly a turnover on him.
3.9 to go. Cade Cunningham spins away from Holiday, gets across half court. He releases the 3. I don't think he got that away in time. And that's how the first half will come to an end. This is crazy. Celtics trailed the majority of the half by 11 early, by 15 midway through the second quarter, but they close it on a 27-12 gallop. They knocked down 14 threes in the first half to do it. Now we're right back where we started. Detroit 55, Boston 55. It's halftime at Little Caesars on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Detroit plus 11 on the glass here in the first half. Derek White gets a screen from Tatum. Returns the pass to him on the bounce. He's open. He has an extra half second to create a three, and he knocks it down. Celtics trying to shoot their way back in it.
Yeah, staying there with bombs.
All right, welcome into Celtics halftime. I'm Joe Murray. And all that right there was the Cambridge Savings taking care of business. And yes, taking care of business, of course, is one Jason Tatum. Taking care of business with CSB, the bank that always makes you feel they're like their only customer. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC. Well, very exciting, interesting first half for both the Celtics and the Pistons. Pistons, of course, having a really good year. 32-26, have won 7 in a row, and certainly weren't afraid of the Celtics, who are on the back-to-back tonight. Pistons win the first quarter 29-20, but the Celtics' legs came alive in the second quarter, scoring 35 points. Again, mentioned Jason Tatum leading the way with 15 points, 3 for 4 from downtown in the 17 minutes. He's got 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Does have 4 turnovers, though. But team went on a nice little run late in the game there, a 20-2 run to be exact. Some other guys staying hot. How about Derek White? Mr. Headband got Jason Tatum into the mix as well. 4 of 6 from 3 in the first half. Had 3 assists, 2 rebounds, including this basket.
Holiday with 4 to shot clock. Starts his drive, spins in the paint, kicks to the corner. Derek White has to launch it, and he hits an impossible long two. He had to jump in the air and start his shooting motion as the ball was coming towards him because the shot clock was winding down.
I wonder if they're going to go back and look at that, though.
Doing very well. Drew Holiday doing very well tonight as well. Porzingis back in the lineup. He's got 8 points. And, well, we can't forget Peyton Pritchard, who's solid. 17 minutes, 4 or 6 from 3. 14-26 in the first half of the green from 3. Let's hear this basket from Pritchard.
Thompson drives baseline, his pass back out, picked off, the lead for Pritchard, and another 3. Whew. Are you serious? A 12-2 run in the blink of an eye for the Celtics, and the lead for the Pistons is down to 1.
Oh, now it's tied. Let's see what the Celtics bench, how they can hang on in the second half here. Only the 12 points by Pritchard, of course. Looking at the Pistons, Cade Cunningham, he has 10 points, and Malik Beasley, 12 off the bench. 55-55 is the score at halftime. I'll get your Sports Hub headlines coming up here on the other side. I'm Joe Murray on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
With Cox Mobile, you're covered coast to coast, so you can call your friends anytime on that road trip from New York City to L.A., even in, Franklin, Illinois.
Huh, what if I call from Franklin, Georgia?
Yep, covered.
Ooh, Franklin, Texas?
Uh-huh.
Franklin, Kansas, Missouri, Virginia, Nebraska,
all
Connecticut?
covered. Cox Mobile runs on the network with more nationwide coverage than T-Mobile and has call quality you can rely on. Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox Internet required. Comparison based on percentage of area covered by T-Mobile as compared to Cox Mobile from FCC National Broadband Map of U.S. as of 12/31/23. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at TurboTax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. Smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went,
I'm so excited.
yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and Emily summed it up like so.
It is just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
You've been hitting the gym, taking the stairs, and running that extra mile. But did you know that improving your health is also a step toward lower life insurance rates? At SelectQuote, we make sure you're rewarded for your healthy lifestyle. For 40 years, we've helped more than 2 million customers secure over $700 billion in life insurance coverage. And our healthiest customers are covered by the time they hang up with an experienced licensed insurance agent. That's right. Qualifying customers can get up to $5 million in life insurance with no medical exam required. A medical exam can add weeks onto the approval process for life insurance, but our exclusive no medical exam policy ensures you're covered by the time you hang up. Plus, many policies are less than $1 per day. Being fit doesn't just feel good, it pays off. See what you could save on life insurance with SelectQuote. Go to SelectQuote.com for your free quote today. SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com. Sports Hub headlines.
Well, Town Fair Tire halftime scoreboard. Scores from around the league brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Looking at halftime right now, Pacers over the Raptors 51-41. Tyrese Halliburton, 17 points. In that one, it's the New York Knicks 57, 76ers 41. Mikal Bridges, 19 points. That game just about coming up to halftime. Blazers lead the Wizards 49-48. It's the Nets 42, Thunder 33. Chet Holmgren playing in that one. And the Miami Heat lead the Hawks 29-28. Some other games tonight on the NBA slate. Clippers and Bulls just about to get underway, and the Jazz, they host the Kings in the late night game. Rockets, they will host the San Antonio Spurs. Patriots today have given Devon Godshaw permission to seek a trade. He did sign an extension in the offseason. And the 49ers, they're in conversations with Brock Purdy on a contract extension. He's going into the final year of his rookie deal. And Red Sox spring training. Well, Red Sox lost to the Rays today 8-2. Celtics and Pistons tied at 55. Jason Tatum leading the way for the Green. Peyton Pritchard has 12 off the bench. Both teams looking to continue winning streaks. Celtics going for 7 in a row, while the Pistons have won 7 straight. Headlines. They are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. Well, the second half is next, and it's right here on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
With Cox Mobile, you're covered coast to coast, so you can call your friends anytime on that road trip from New York City to L.A., even in, Franklin, Illinois.
Huh, what if I call from Franklin, Georgia?
Yep, covered.
Ooh, Franklin, Texas?
Uh-huh.
Franklin, Kansas, Missouri, Virginia, Nebraska,
Yeah, all
Connecticut?
covered. Cox Mobile runs on the network with more nationwide coverage than T-Mobile and has call quality you can rely on. Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox Internet required. Comparison based on percentage of area covered by T-Mobile as compared to Cox Mobile from FCC National Broadband Map of U.S. as of 12/31/23. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Dreaming of hydrated skin amidst these dry winter months? Dime offers clean, master esthetician crafted skincare products that deeply nourish, protect, and hydrate. Their formulas, made with clean ingredients, lock in moisture for skin that stays soft, smooth, and radiant all season long. Hydration starts with Dime's best-selling hyaluronic acid serum, delivering deep moisture where your skin craves it most. This lightweight, fast-absorbing serum helps quench dryness, plump skin, and boost elasticity from the inside out. Once your skin is prepped with the serum, seal in all that hydration with their Dewy Day Cream, a rich, luxurious moisturizer designed to provide all-day softness and lasting glow. Together, this powerful duo keeps your skin smooth, supple, and luminous, even in the harshest weather. Shop the duo now at dimebeautyco.com. That's dimebeautyco.com and get the hydrated skin of your dreams.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
This is Reliving the Green.
What a pass by DJ!
42 for Paul Pierce.
A three-pointer for Danny Ainge!
KG is locked and loaded tonight.
What a play by Bird!
A look back at this date in Celtics history.
Offensive rebound tapped up by Bonzi Wells. That won't go. Who will get it? Delonte will. And here come the Celtics the other way. 3-on-2. Kick out. Pierce, right side for history. Got it. It's a three from the right wing. And Paul Pierce scores his 15,000th point in the NBA. Well, a lot of memorable things about that night. The Celtics beat the Rockets in Houston 77-72 18 years ago today. It was the only game the Celtics won in a 23-game span. They had the 18-game losing streak. They won the last game before going on the West Coast trip, and then lost the first 4 games in the West Coast trip before winning the final game against a very good Rocket team in Houston. 77-72 was the final, which tells you what the NBA was like back in 2007. And the other thing I can tell you about that game, Max, is that one of the referees was Violet Palmer.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was the night. It was. This is the 18th anniversary of
what, Watergate?
of the infamous night in Houston.
Got a chance to speak to Violet Palmer.
You are here and she is not.
Whoa. You know, I got a chance to speak to her, and it was much ado about nothing. Because you and I know what happened at that time. I was mocking our guy, Tommy Heinsohn. We had just praised her, but nobody wanted to hear that. So that's when I learned a valuable lesson about, you know, you can say things, but if people want to hear something else, they're going to hear what they want to hear. Ask my ex-wife.
Yeah, it worked out about the same. That was front page above the masthead back when we used to have newspapers. That's what they used to call it.
You need to apologize. I heard what you said to that woman.
Second half underway here, where the Celtics, I'll give you the history they just made in the second quarter here. Cade Cunningham zips it to Asar Thompson. Pump fake on Derek White. He draws the contact of the foul as gravity brings Derek White back down to earth. The Celtics went on a three-point flurry late in the second quarter to come from 15 down to tie this game at 55, which is where we are. The Celtics made 11 threes in the second quarter. They are the 4th team in NBA history to make 11 threes in a quarter. The NBA record is 12, set by the Celtics back in November against the Clippers. Another free throw miss. This one for Asar Thompson.
When they think about it, I'm looking at Jalen Rose, who was at this game, and he was yipping and yapping. And, oh, my God, the Pistons. Then he sat down after the Celtics made their run.
1 or 2 free throws for Thompson. Pistons lead 56-55. Jalen Rose, of course, the legend up the road, part of the Fab Five. Probably one of the best 30 for 30s that there is. Technically not a 30 for 30, but not worth going into now. Derek White, left side three is an air ball. Derek White was money. 4 threes, 4 of 6 in that first half.
It's a good look for
everything
him.
Here.
When the guy knocks him down the way he was knocking them out early on, you take one, you miss it. Okay, I'll give you that.
Detroit by 1 and the ball. Off to a great start, built a 15-point lead, but they were shook when the threes started to fall. Every time you start to say the Celtics have to stop shooting threes, something like this happens. Harris drives, kick to the wing, waiting is Cade Cunningham for three. His first of the night in 4 tries. 59-55, Boston down by 4. Derek White for Al Horford. Couple of dribbles to the right wing. Here's the entry to Porzingis. Porzingis against Tobias Harris. Should be able to take him. Rides into contact, and Harris slaps the ball away. Boy, turnovers just killing the Celtics tonight. Already up to 11. Hardaway pulls up on Derek White. White got there, blocked the shot, but they're calling the foul.
Well, you expose the ball against quick-handed guys, especially a guy like Harris. Harris looks for that. Not much of a foul, but I'll give you that one. I used to wonder when those legs of the Celtics are going to come through or get weaker on the second night of a back-to-back. The good thing was the fact that some of the guys like Al Horford and Porzingis did not play last night, but Jason Tatum, who had early on this game played well, won't he kind of feel the effects of it.
6-0 start to the third quarter for the Pistons. They lead 61-55. From Hardaway makes the free throws. We saw him in the finals last year with that Game 4 deluge that the Mavericks put on the Celtics. Tatum steps to his right, rainbows home another three over Duran.
Duran just kind of backed away and gave Tatum rhythm.
Tatum has 18 points on 9 shots. Cade Cunningham gets himself in trouble under the basket, throws out to the wing. Hardaway, tough three is good. That possession was going nowhere. Cunningham was under the basket. Threw it out to Hardaway, who did not hesitate.
Celtics had a chance to make a steal then.
64-58, Detroit by 6. Drew Holiday playing bully ball tonight. Draws the double team, kicks back to Porzingis. His open three is good.
He's not going to miss all of them. This time you dive in. Why are you going to leave Porzingis alone to guard Drew Holiday in the paint?
Celtics already up to 16 threes early in the third quarter. Jalen Duran, cross-court pass into the corner. Tobias Harris, pretty good looking at a three, and it's good. And now the Pistons are matching the Celtics from distance. 67-61. Detroit 8 of 21. Celtics 16 of 29. On 16 of 30 now as Holiday misses from the wing. During the rebound, shovels ahead to Cade Cunningham. Puts it behind his back, keeping it away from Tatum to find the trailer. Hardaway misses the open three. Rebound offensively in and out of the hands of Duran, out of bounds.
Got to put pressure on the starting five. If you're Detroit, you're saying we got to get some distance here between us and the Celtics on the second night of a back-to-back.
Pistons are not a good three-point defensive team. Al Horford catch and shoot. Misses the open three. Rebound for Thompson. Celtics missed a lot of open shots, remember, early in the game. Felt like they just didn't have their legs. But they kept shooting them, and they started going. Hardaway drives, runs it off the window and in. Good start offensively to the third quarter for Detroit.
Hardaway getting where he wants to go. With Sasser for a minute. Now Hardaway.
Pistons are 4 of 5. They lead by 8, 69-61. Holiday takes Tobias Harris into the paint. Kick to Horford, pump fake. Duran goes for it. Bounce pass. Holiday catches, reverses it up and in.
That's good stuff from two veteran players. Give and go, give and go.
Because you got to respect the three now from Al Horford because he's taken so many. Cunningham moves to the middle, right through Asar Thompson. He had a layup. And the ball went right through his hands.
Too much
turnover started to pile up for Detroit. Derek White puts in the hands of Drew Holiday. Bad pass cross court. Picked off by Asar Thompson. Thompson shovels back to Cunningham, who elevates, goes to the left hand in midair. It's no good. And Holiday grabs the rebound. Great second effort defensively for the Celtics instead of just giving up after the turnover. Tatum in some trouble in the corner. Throws back to Holiday on the wing. His three is no good. And the rebound for Duran.
Tatum getting himself in trouble going to the baseline. Two defenders there. Back up. Let the troops come and help you.
Cunningham will push off on Al Horford. Frees himself for a 17-footer. That is flat, no good. And Tatum grabs his 5th rebound. Cade Cunningham just 5 of 15. 69-63. Boston down by 6. 7:31 to go third quarter. Celtics have made 7 two-point shots in this game. 7. Tatum steps to his left. Deep three. Caroms off the glass and the rim into the hands of Cade Cunningham, and he's racing up the middle of the floor, scoops, and scores. 16-8 is the start here in the third quarter for Detroit. Pistons shooting 50%. They are 19 of 32 from 2. Celtics are 7 of 17. Al Horford returns to Derek White, right side against Cade Cunningham. Derek White puts it in the right hand, starts his drive into traffic, goes to the left hand as he draws contact. Shot no good, but Derek White will get free throws.
Got the contact, got the harm, got the foul, goes straight towards the basket, hit the shot blocker with the body.
Timeout comes with 6:54 to go third quarter. Detroit 71, Boston 63 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
You can shop during this ad by saying, Alexa, add to cart. You are bountiful. Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails fruit pectin gummies with collagen and biotin plus antioxidant CNE help you shine from the inside out. To add Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails gummies with collagen and biotin to your cart, just say Alexa, add to cart. That's Alexa, add to cart.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. It smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went...
I'm so excited.
Yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and Emily summed it up like so.
It is just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Celtics down 8, 71-63. The game plan upgrade brought to you by NetSuite by Oracle. Companies of all sizes have grown profitability with NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud ERP. Streamline your accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR in one fluid platform. Learn more at netsuite.com/Celtics, who made 11 threes, one shy of their own NBA record in the second quarter. But they're just 5 of 17 from 3 in the other 2 quarters. They're getting killed on the glass. Defensively, the Pistons have been scoring very efficiently at the rim, and the Pistons have wrestled control of this game back up by 8.
Pistons can do a lot of different things, but if you're the Celtics, stop your turnovers. Don't turn the basketball over, and you're going to be in so much better shape.
The Celtics, to this point, this is going to drive old school Max crazy. They have made 16 threes. They have made 1 free throw. 1. Derek White trying to double that number.
I'm going to drink some of that Dr. Pepper. I know Porzingis had 2, and he missed, and White knocks down 1. These are pennies from heaven, young man.
You could not create a better buffet meal than the 7-game homestand the Celtics will begin on Friday night. All of the other contenders, the top contenders in the league, Cleveland, Denver, the Lakers, and of course Oklahoma City, are all on the homestand. National TV all over the place. Derek White misses another Boston free throw. 71-64, Detroit by 7. It starts with the NBA best Cavaliers Friday night. Cade Cunningham, bounce entry of Sar Thompson, pump fake on Porzingis, tries to go with the left hand. He misses, and the rebound for Horford. Porzingis, the only one defending at the rim, but Sar Thompson rips it away from Horford, goes to the floor, gets tied up for a jump ball. If they call that a change of possession, it'll be the 5th steal for Sar Thompson.
Thompson, quick hands. This time Al doesn't pull the ball into his body. And I like the fact that Thompson dives to the ground to get it.
Only he's the 2nd player to get more than 4 steals in the game against the Celtics this year. Dyson Daniels, owner of the NBA's best nickname, the NBA leader in steals, the Great Barrier Thief, had 6 in that Atlanta win in Boston early in the year. Rodney Mott doesn't like where Cade Cunningham was standing for the jump ball, so he will move him. And Al Horford and Thompson will jump it again. Horford steals the tip, steals that jump ball. From a guy basically half his age. Tatum comes across half court, and Thompson tries to put a body on him, and Edmund Lloyd blows the whistle. Pistons have not gotten a great whistle in this game.
They could call probably even more, though. So Thompson, he's been so physical. And I think that's the line here. Attack.
Tatum enters to Porzingis. Takes Tobias Harris to the bucket. Elevates, and Harris again knocks the ball away. A couple of times Harris gotten Porzingis the same way. Sar Thompson shovels back to Harris. Trail three. Nope. Back iron. Rebound. Back tap by Doran, but he sent it right to Porzingis. There comes Tatum up the middle of the floor. For Pritchard. Pritchard up fake. Shovels out to Al Horford. White and Holiday both out of the game here midway through the third. Tatum steps to his left and airmails the three. He's missed 2 in a row after starting 4 or 5 from distance. Cade Cunningham, left-hand dribble, Hauser on the shoulder. Cade just pushes him away and creates a little 10-footer and knocks it down.
That was nice. Separation there with the shoulder in the chest.
This has been a veteran bounce back in this third quarter here for the Pistons, and they push the lead to 9, 73-64. Peyton Pritchard. Bounce pass for Tatum. Tatum dribbles past Hardaway. He's all alone. Two-hand slam. Duran got pulled away from the paint. Nobody was there, and Tatum scored easily.
That quick step and the length and those strides. That's Scottie Pippen.
Cade Cunningham drives, hand to Sar Thompson. He's going to reverse it up and in. Only way he can beat Porzingis.
One thing they're doing, they're finding the soft spots by attacking Porzingis, hitting him with the body, knocking him away.
Detroit 7 of 13 in the quarter. Leading again by 9, 75-66. Pritchard back to his left, moving screen. Porzingis called for the offensive foul. And that is turnover number 13 for the Celtics.
One thing you're seeing is a little bit of frustration right now.
So answer me this question, Max.
Riddle me this, Batman.
You think the Knicks want any piece of this in the first-round series?
No. Neither one of these teams.
I get it. Detroit may move up. Cunningham down the left side, falling away. Taps it with his right hand, no good, but an offensive rebound put back for Duran. And the lead is back to double figures. Celtics, for the third time tonight, trail by double figures. They made up an 11-point deficit in the first quarter. They made up a 15-point deficit in the second, but they're down by 11 again. 77-66. Tatum ducks the shoulder, drives strong, scoops it off the window and in. Just taken for granted what he's doing here on the second night of a back-to-back. 22 points on 13 shots, playing 24 minutes. Celtics down 9. Cunningham bounce pass. Duran steps in past Queta and scores easily. Pistons are getting anything they want at the rim.
Yeah. You talk about having shot blockers around their bigs. Nobody's doing that.
Cade Cunningham up to 8 assists.
So
Boston down 79-68.
They're making Tatum work.
Tatum lobs for Queta in the paint, spins, and then throws out to the corner. Hauser up fakes the three, steps to his left and knocks it down.
Wow, relocating then, and Queta had that basketball spinorama on the inside, was able to keep it though.
17 threes for the Celtics. The reason they're only down by 8. Cade Cunningham moves to the middle. Duran dives in and scores. They pulled Queta out of the paint, and Joe Mazzulla needs timeout as Detroit is just carving the Celtics up.
Joe Mazzulla comes over and he wants to talk to Queta like, okay, where is your position? What are you doing defensively?
3:30, not much is the answer. 3:37 to go third quarter. Detroit 81, Boston 71 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home, yes, cool, or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/aware. For the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. It smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went...
I'm so excited.
Yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And Emily summed it up like so.
It is just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Rough night for the Celtics, down by 10. They've turned it over 13 times and given up 9 offensive rebounds to Detroit, but 17 threes. There's the reason they're still within 10. Tatum at 12 feet turns on Thompson. Tough fall away. Air ball. Rebound Jordan Walsh battling for it. He taps it loose. Diving to the floor. Isaiah Stewart. He gets it away to Asar Thompson. Thompson into the front court. Shovels it ahead with the left hand for a Beasley three.
Wow. That was a lot of stuff that didn't go right for the Celtics.
Big third quarter here for Detroit. Beasley's third three of the night. He's got 15 points on 6 of 10 shooting. Pistons have opened up a 13-point lead.
The second unit's going to have to do something.
Pritchard, Walsh, Hauser, Cada playing with Tatum, similar to last night. Pritchard, strong drive with the left hand, switches to the right, scores it off the window and the foul.
Pritchard might got hurt. Got hitting the side there. Driving towards the rim.
Pritchard and Isaiah Stewart are both down, both being helped up.
Yeah. Pritchard's in that situation where he couldn't go.
He is in a crouch right now.
Well, see that he goes up with this basketball quickly, and then he still comes over and hits him with the body. You get hit by B-Stu, you get hit.
Isaiah Stewart left his feet to challenge the shot, and his whole body went into Peyton Pritchard. That was like a wide receiver coming across the middle. Peyton Pritchard just goes to the free throw line, knocks it down anyway. Beasley gets a three. And the sixth man leader, Peyton Pritchard, a three-point play. So we're at 84-74. Detroit by 10. Celtics just trying to hang around here.
I didn't know who in the second unit, who was going to do what.
Celtics have barely trailed at all during this 6-game win streak, but they have trailed most of the night tonight. Sasser gets his hands put on by Jordan Walsh, commits the foul.
The characters out on the floor right now, they play a lot together in practice, but in a real NBA game, they don't play as much, so you're going to have to find guys who are going to play, especially the fact that, Tatum's still in the game, but everybody else is kind of shooing.
So this group with J.D. Davison and Baylor Shireman getting minutes last night. Isaiah Stewart finds Beasley wearing the white T-shirt under the blue uniform. Dribbling against Sam Hauser. Straight away, steps to his right, enters to Stewart, who flips it up over Tatum. No good. Offensive rebound tapped in by Tobias Harris. Double-digit offensive rebounds now for the Pistons. 86-74, Detroit by 12. Third time the Celtics have trailed by double figures tonight. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Tatum pulls up, feeling contact. His shot is good, scoring the foul. He got to about 18 feet, stepped to his right, and got fouled while he was in the air.
Looking for that contact then. Just slapped him. So he goes in, going, look at the offhand. Look at the offhand. Hits him on the arm as he goes up with his shot. Yes, indeed.
The Celtics bench is begging to get the attention of the referees because Peyton Pritchard is not on the floor. He's being tended to because he's bleeding out of his nose. So you need an official's timeout.
He's talking about right now with
Ed Malloy. Doesn't appreciate getting yelled at the way he was yelled at. He was trying to say, because he was going to give the ball to Tatum to shoot the free throw, and then the Pistons could have inbounded it, and Pritchard had a towel to his nose on the Boston bench.
This stuff they put on your nose, like crazy glue? Is that what keeps your nose from bleeding?
And Joe Mazzulla is all over Ed Malloy. And here's what he's all over him about, that the Pistons are drawing up a play using this as an extra timeout.
Well, if you're them, why wouldn't you?
Well, exactly.
Take advantage of what's there.
The argument from the Celtics bench is that it should have been a 30-second official's timeout. There's only certain things you can do during an official's timeout, and that they should have called it much sooner. Meanwhile, the Pistons were sort of huddling and drawing up play.
What it was Thompson came with Cousins,
By the way,
scratched
Jordan
him.
Walsh, sorry, Max, Jordan Walsh is cut also.
Yeah. What it was Thompson came across and scratched him in the face, and they did not see that in the backcourt. Slowed down the progress a little bit.
Gives you a chance to appreciate the intensity of a Celtics-Pistons game, because we haven't seen this in a very long time. Pistons trying to snap a 12-game losing streak to the Celtics and extend their NBA best 7-game win streak. Celtics have won 7 straight in this building. The Pistons, with a sellout crowd here tonight, have not beaten the Celtics in this building in front of their own fans since 2018. Their only win was a pandemic game at the start of that 2021 season. 86-77 after the three-point play. Stop and start drive by Thompson. He finds Stewart, and Stewart gets fouled. That drew some moves and odds.
Well, Thompson beat Tatum. He almost had Tatum going back off the wrong leg. Son dribbled that basketball, crossover dribble.
He did.
Went the wrong way,
Tatum tried to make up the ground by doing a 360 and turning around in front of him. And that usually does not end well.
They should have beat Stu up at the line.
And he misses another one.
Yep. So you can clap all you want to with the shake and bake and all this other stuff. And you know, when people would be screaming at me when I would be at a game, and I'm looking at Jason Tatum now, I'm like, dude, you paid to come see me play.
Stewart gets 1 of 2. 87-77. 10-point Detroit lead. Peyton Pritchard against Sasser. Tatum sets a screen on Sasser that should have been called for a foul. He got away with it. Tatum starts down the right side, knocks Sasser down. Little step back, fall away on the baseline is no good. Offensive rebound. Keita deflects it to Jordan Walsh. Jordan Walsh dribbles out of trouble, throws a bounce pass right through Keita, but it's saved by Pritchard, who goes left side, back to Walsh for 3. That comes up short, but Tatum got fouled. Loose ball foul. Jason Tatum is out here as one of the best players in the world, playing with Pritchard, Keita, Hauser, and Walsh, and he is still making plays.
Yeah, and he's trying to do these different things. See, Walsh gets that rebound. If he was up in Maine, he'd have went up and dunked the basketball. But here, you second-guess yourself a little bit because of the players you're playing against. You have to realize you're among those guys, and you're among those guys for a reason.
First free throw is good for Tatum. This discussion, we will escalate it on Friday night when Donovan Mitchell comes to town. But in my view, Jason Tatum is the Eastern Conference MVP right now. He gets the free throws. We're at 87-79. Detroit, their lead is 8 with 1:08 remaining in the third quarter if you're syncing up with TV.
Right now, you're telling these guys, just stay close to Porzingis and Al, get some rest.
Sasser moves it right side. Beasley switches to the left hand. Hauser stays in front of him. Beasley forced a 3 switch. That dude came out of the womb shooting. 90-79. 4th 3 of the night for Beasley. 10th for the Pistons. Celtics made 11 threes in the second quarter. That's the reason they're only down by 11 here. Pritchard moves into the left corner. Jordan Walsh closed down. Return to Pritchard. Where's the offense going to come from? Pritchard behind a Tatum screen. 7 on the shot clock. Bounce pass. Tatum against Sasser. Tatum at the free throw line. They should be double teaming here. Tatum turns, elbow jumper, rims out. Keita gets a hand on the rebound but can't corral it. Thompson comes out of the pack with it. Sar Thompson. And who's back to defend him? Jason Tatum is, and he punches the ball away. Keita gets it away to Pritchard. Tatum missed the shot, ran all the way back, forced the steal. Tatum gets it back from Jordan Walsh. He's got it on the right side.
Walsh has to be ready to do something with that basketball.
This is an extraordinary sequence here for Tatum, given the circumstances. Tatum on the right wing, steps to his right. That fall away 3, rims out, and the rebound belongs to Beasley. He's not going to get a shot away, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Jason Tatum has done all he can do to keep the Celtics close in this game. And the Celtics have to figure out a way to get more stops at the rim. They trailed by 9 at the end of one. Came back from 15 down to tie it at halftime, but they trail by 11 as we make the turn for home. End of 3 in the final game of the road trip at Little Caesars. Detroit 90, Boston 79. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
With Cox Mobile, you're covered coast to coast, so you can call your friends anytime on that road trip from New York City to L.A., even in, Franklin, Illinois.
Huh, what if I call from Franklin, Georgia?
Yep, covered.
Ooh, Franklin, Texas?
Uh-huh.
Franklin, Kansas, Missouri, Virginia, Nebraska,
All
Connecticut?
covered. Cox Mobile runs on the network with more nationwide coverage than T-Mobile and has call quality you can rely on. Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox Internet required. Comparison based on percentage of area covered by T-Mobile as compared to Cox Mobile from FCC National Broadband Map of U.S. as of 12/31/23. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Geico's motorcycle expertise gives me the coverage I need, like 24/7 claims. I'm on cloud 9.
Disclaimer, clouds are wholly unable to support the weight of an adult human.
What's happening?
Furthermore, clouds are not numbered. Even if you procured a jetpack and searched, you'd find no cloud numbered 9. However, at that altitude, you'd likely befriend a flock of migrating snow geese.
Geese?
Who'd encourage you to leave your 24/7 Geico motorcycle claims insurance behind, as they would take you in and even share their dinner of crickets and clovers with you.
Ew.
Geico assumes no liability for any indigestion that may occur from a clover cricket dinner. Geico, expertise for your motorcycle.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. It smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went,
I'm so excited.
yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and Emily summed it up like so.
It is just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
The Celtics' 6-game win streak, their 8-game road winning streak, and their 12-game win streak over the Pistons all on the line here as they trail by 11. We begin the fourth quarter in Detroit. It's 90-79. Celtics went just 3 of 11 from 3 in that third quarter. They made 11 threes in quarter number 2.
Where's the money coming from with Tatum on the bench now?
Porzingis, Holiday, White, Horford, and Pritchard. The top 5 guns are out there to begin the quarter. Pritchard barely keeps the dribble alive. Now he lost it. Knocked away by Ron Holland. Lead for Beasley. Plenty of time to set his feet and knock down a 3. A calamitous start to the fourth quarter for the Celtics, who now trail by 14. 21 for Beasley. 93-79, offensive foul. Another Boston turnover. 14th of the night.
I love Beasley. Plays to the crowd.
Scores table doesn't know who they called it on. I believe it was on Drew Holiday. It was picking off Beasley. Cunningham goes out to Beasley. Step to his right. Another 3. Back-to-back threes to begin the fourth quarter, and the Pistons have their largest lead of the night. Boy, full marks for this Detroit team. They answered the Celtics raining down all those threes in the second quarter. They have dominated the second half to this point. Al Horford and to Drew Holiday.
This defense is tight.
Holiday against Holland. Drives baseline. Holland reaches in, knocks the ball loose, and comes up with a steal. Getting it away to Cunningham. 15 Boston turnovers. Sasser calling his own number, but he misses the open 3. Scramble for the rebound underneath. Horford's got it.
That's a big-time rebound there. Teetering.
You got that right. Drew Holiday steps to his left. His 3 is way off. Cunningham lets it go out of bounds. Pistons by 17 on the ball.
I asked you before, when were the legs going to start bothering you?
This holds. The Celtics will be 6.5 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. That game is not really about the top seed anymore. It's about winning the season series. There's going to be a little weight on the Cavs to get that game on Friday night. Cade Cunningham, over the shoulder pass. Holland sets his feet, takes the 3 over Porzingis. No good. And the rebound for Pritchard on the weak side. Detroit up to 12 threes on their own now. Pritchard, lead for Derek White. His right side three online, a little too strong. And the rebound on the weak side for Beasley. Here comes Sasser. Racing up the right side, switches to the left hand, elevates. Horford meets him at the rim, blocks the shot, but an offensive rebound with his back to the basket. Holland puts it up and in, largest lead for Detroit. 98-79. 11 straight here for the Pistons. The entry knocked away from Porzingis. They're going to call the foul here on the Pistons.
Cunningham was just reaching out. They've been so physical today with Porzingis. He steps on the inside. But this looks like a completely different team than the team that we saw, when they were coached.
Confidence. Entry Porzingis. Bumps with Cade Cunningham, gets into the low block, rises, scoops, and he missed the layup at the rim. Porzingis practically could just put it in the cup. He missed it. Cunningham bounce pass lead. Holland misses the driving layup. Isaiah Stewart, offensive rebound, gets fouled. We've been talking about this game for a while, that the Celtics were walking into trouble on the second night of a back-to-back. With the Pistons gaining in confidence. Cade Cunningham straight away against Drew Holiday. Return to Beasley, left side three. Nope. Rebound Horford. That would have put the Celtics down by 20 for just the 5th time this year. Peyton Pritchard, lead for Derek White. Up fakes the three, drives on Cunningham, feeling contact. He runs it up and in. No foul, but he gets the shot to go.
Yeah, there was some contact in because they had harm and the foul.
Ends the 11-0 run for Detroit. We're at 98-81. Pistons by 17. 9:07 to go. Ron Holland turns the corner, drives, scoops, and gets the bounce.
But they have been beating Porzingis all night going towards the rim.
Kristaps Porzingis has been borderline brilliant so far this year, but not tonight. Timeout Joe Mazzulla, and this one is fading fast. 8:59 to go. Detroit 100, Boston 81 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, cool,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. It smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went...
I'm so excited.
Yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and Emily summed it up like so.
It is just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
My brother-in-law died suddenly. Now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. After that, I told my wife we couldn't put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, go to SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
The Pistons have not beaten the Celtics at home in front of fans since 2018. They are 9 minutes away now, leading by 19, 100-81. And this place is rocking. And it's been a while since we have really felt that in this building. Attendance brought to you by Ticketmaster. Join the crowd of excitement at a future Celtics game by ordering your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. And just a high-profile national TV buffet of spectacular games coming up at the Garden starting Friday night with the NBA best Cleveland Cavaliers. And guess who's coming to Sunday brunch? Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Celtics will have games against the Blazers, who have played very well in the second half of the year, and then the Sixers, who have not. It's another nationally televised game, and then Luka, LeBron, and the Lake Show a week from Saturday night. Good stuff coming up. Celtics trying to make one last run of this thing here, down by 19. And before Horford can enter into Porzingis, offensive foul. Wow. It has not been KP's night. And you called this early, Max. You saw that smile was not on his face, which you never, ever see.
No. You can see Porzingis always plays at a certain level, has a certain happiness about him. Tonight, it started almost the beginning of the game. It's had a scowl.
Jason Tatum going to return here. Last call.
Yep, last call, foul call. Porzingis sits down.
Pistons looking for a 20-plus point lead here with 8:42 to go.
I thought it was going to be tough when you didn't have Brown. Because Brown also is a table setter.
Holland corner three was open, no good. Holiday the rebound. He's fouled. Silly foul by Isaiah Stewart. Grabbed the jersey of Drew Holiday.
No, and I don't mind that foul because Stewart sent the message. I don't care what you're going to do. You're going to get a rebound. You're going to have to earn it.
Sixers hanging in New York. Going down 9 late in the third quarter. Karl Anthony Towns not playing. Derek White for Al Horford. Hand to Drew Holiday. Return to Derek White straight away against Cade Cunningham. 9 of the shot clock. Derek White moving to his right. Pretty good look. Straight away three is good. 5th of the night for Derek White. 18th for the Celtics. They're 18 of 40 from three, which is usually a great indicator. The Celtics are hard to beat when they shoot this well from three, but virtually nothing else has gone well. 100-84. Beasley gets rid of it for Asar Thompson straight away against Al Horford. Yeah. Thompson is in trouble. Has to throw up an air ball. He got hurt. It's exactly what happened. Offensive rebound for Beasley. Putback is good, but Asar Thompson is grabbing onto his right ankle. He is sitting down. Celtics have numbers. They're not blowing the play down. Holiday misses an open three. Tatum the rebound. Kick to Peyton Pritchard. And finally, they blow the play down as Asar Thompson is holding onto that right ankle. He stumbled before taking that shot. They are elevating it, which indicates that it is not any kind of break. He was holding onto the ankle, but immediately the trainer grabbed the hold of that ankle and is elevating it.
Let's just see the replay here, bro. Oh, he twisted
sort of
that
skidded.
ankle, yeah.
Yeah, and he stumbled. He couldn't take another step, so he just threw up a crazy shot. This would be a full timeout here as they tend to Asar Thompson, who has already been through so many health difficulties this year. 7:42 to go on what already was turning into a special night for the Detroit Pistons. Now has a black cloud over it. Detroit 102, Boston 84 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. And turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, goal,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Asar Thompson walks off on his own power, gingerly, but he did walk off on his own. That appears to be good news. He will come out of the game here. Celtics ball down by 18 with 7:38 to go. Drew Holiday for Peyton Pritchard behind the Horford screen. His straightaway three is good. Cuts it at 15, 102-87. Remember, the Celtics were down by 15 midway through the second quarter, and they had the game tied before halftime. Celtics have shot the three very well tonight, 19 of 41, which is usually an automatic win for the Celtics, but they've gotten crushed on the glass. Defensively, they have not been good. Turn the ball over 16 times. Down the right side comes Cunningham. Moves to the corner. Howard attacks the paint, flips it up over Derek White, up and in.
Wow. He let forearmed him and pushed him away. Nice move by Hollins. Hollins has been really good. I remember the last game he played.
I was just going to say that. 8 points for Ron Howard in 10 minutes. Al Horford moves it to Derek White. Another pretty good look at a right side three, but it comes up short. And the Pistons going to get the rebound here as Beasley pulls it away from Pritchard. Beasley made 6 threes against the Celtics in December. He's got 6 more tonight. Cunningham drives, spins in the paint, scores with the left hand over Derek White. That pushes it back to 19. 106-87. Holiday for Al Horford, right side, three in the air, got it. The Celtics have made 20 threes. They're 20 of 43. We just talked about this last night. Phoenix made 20 threes and shot 50%, and teams in those predicaments in the NBA win 96% of the time. But Phoenix lost last night. Celtics are 20 of 43, and they trail by 16. Cade Cunningham keeps the dribble alive, switches to the right hand, draws the use it on. His fans want to jump at every single thing. Cunningham feeling contact, heard the shot clock winding down, so he just threw up a crazy shot. He lost the clock. Misses everything, so it's an air ball shot clock violation. Celtics get it back down by 16 with 6:05 to go. And I think it's Joe Mazzulla going to call it. He's got everybody at the scorer's table, but I think he wants to see if this team has one more run in.
Give him a little more breather here. One more shot.
Exactly 6 minutes remaining. Boston down by 16. Derek White finds Al Horford too late. Now the entry to Jason Tatum. Tatum against Cade Cunningham. Tatum moving to his right, back to his left. Pump fake, can't create room, so he kicks to Horford. 4 on the shot clock. Horford driving on Isaiah Stewart. Horford 2 on the shot clock. Horford flips it up from 10 feet away. It won't go. And fittingly, a defensive stop may be the one that decides it here. Detroit's been so good. Celtics have not been able to score in the paint tonight. Only made 12 two-point shots. Detroit has made 30. Harris, kick out. Holland swings it around the horn. Left wing, Cade Cunningham. Cunningham, right-hand dribble against Holiday. Squares at the elbow. His jumper's good. And we have just about reached the finish line here. Pritchard for Al Horford. Quick three left side. Rims out. Hit all sides of the rim. Bounces free. Derek White going to collect the loose ball, though. Offensive rebound. Soon as Joe Mazzulla is about to pull this group off the floor, they keep it alive. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum puts it in the left hand. Nasty step back on Tobias Harris. 3, though, is way off. Offensive rebound. Al Horford puts it back in the hands of Pritchard. He lines up a 3. It is no good. Drew Holiday can't get to it. It looked like, what are they going to call? Maybe loose ball foul on Drew Holiday?
Drew here, yeah. I'll tell you,
that will finally do it.
Yeah, the Celtics have busted their hump, trying to stay involved in this game. But, again, I just thought at some point, when you play a second half of back-to-back, your legs are going to kill you. And he didn't have the key, not having Brown. Brown out, and I thought he was going to be out yesterday. He came back in the game. He was limping. Keep him out tonight, and that's part of your toughness at the initial point of attack.
The Celtics were just fighting uphill all night, went down by 11 immediately. They made up 2 double-digit deficits in this game, but they couldn't make up the third. Down by 18 now with 4:29 to go. Everybody out of the game. Tillman, Davison, Shireman, Drew Peterson, Jordan Walsh in there to finish it. Holland overruns his dribble. J.D. Davison pounces on a loose ball, has a steal. Peterson to push for Bayless Shireman. Shireman going to drive on Sasser and throw back out to Davison, who's got a clean look at a straightaway 3. No good. On a rebound for Tobias Harris. Pistons already have Cade Cunningham out of the game, and I imagine J.B. Bickerstaff will make some more changes here at the next whistle. Full marks for Detroit. They needed this win. They entered a Hardaway, scores with the left hand. And there is your 20-point lead for the 5th time this year. Celtics are down by 20. 110-90. Drew Peterson, bounce pass for Tillman. And Tillman exposes the ball and just has it ripped away by Tim Hardaway. All this is going to be forgotten in 48 hours if the Celtics win the season series from the NBA best Cavaliers, who just throttled the Magic in Orlando last night, beat them by 40. Harris falling away on the baseline, hits over Jordan Walsh. 10-3 is the run here for Detroit. After the Celtics tried to hang around, margin is 22 right now. Drew Peterson steps to his right, knocks down a 3.
Like you said, you keep looking at the threes. Celtics shoot threes like this, normally are unbeatable.
It's crazy. 21 of 48. Hardaway moves into the left corner. Holland has plenty of time to set up a 3. It rims out. Peterson runs into Duran, trying to get the rebound. He innocently went up for the rebound, and Duran just bulldozed him. That should bring us to the end of the Detroit bench. Pittman will check in, Paul Reed. And they are going to enjoy this final 2:43 here at Little Caesars. The first time Pistons fans have seen the Celtics beaten on this floor since 2018. Kyrie Irving was a Celtic the last time fans saw the Pistons beat the Celtics here. Taylor Shireman dribbles around Clinton, gets in deep. Doesn't want to shoot at the rim. They swing it around to Tillman. His 3 is a boulder. Jordan Walsh has the offensive rebound. He will attack the rim. Scoop it up, no good. Big scramble for it. And Jordan Walsh comes up with another one. Peterson will shuttle pass deflected and stolen. There is turnover number 18 for the Celtics. Big pass, Clinton can't control it. This has been bold and shoe ugly here in the final couple of minutes. Reed, little pump fake. He misses a layup. Gets his own rebound and scores, and the foul. Trying to get you those numbers, Max, that you referenced about the three-point shooting. Here it is. Over the last 2 years, when the Celtics shoot 32%, that's not a good number. But when they shoot 32%, the Celtics are 94-16. 94-16. We're at 43% tonight, and they are taking a beating. Another missed free throw. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Pistons have missed 7. Celtics have missed 4. Now, this is kind of like the Knicks last year. The Celtics beat the Knicks 4 straight to begin last season, and the Knicks blew them out in the final game. Celtics beat the Pistons in the first 3 this year. And to win this one going away. Shireman misses falling away. Offensive rebound for Xavier Tillman.
Slow up a minute there. Mason saying stepped out of bounds.
John Mason, the legendary public address announcer there, said Tillman went out of bounds. That was not the call.
When I hear Mason, he does this satellite radio show that I absolutely love, Motown. It's just so odd to hear him talk about the game, talk about radio and all the stuff that happened in Detroit. It's really good, though.
DJ here for many, many years. And kids, if you don't know what a DJ is, look it up. Google it. Shireman gets 1 of 2, 114-94. Get the notes from a classmate. 20 points is the margin here with 1:28 to go. And the other thing will happen, remember, the Celtics entered this game. It's just the second team in NBA history with a double-digit scoring margin on the road. That is going to plummet after this loss tonight. Andy Waters steps to his left and knocks down a 3. Largest lead for the Pistons, up by 23 now with 1:10 to go. J.D. Davison down the right side, finds Tillman. Tillman, for Michigan State Spartan, exposes the ball, turns it over. And the Pistons give it right back as we enter the final minute. Celtics 6-game win streak will end. Their 8-game road win streak will end. Their 12-game win streak against the Pistons will end. They will drop to 42-17. They will be 6.5 games behind the NBA best Cavaliers when we tee it up Friday night to start the 7-game homestand at the Garden. Final 45 seconds here. And the Pistons, number 6 in the East with a bullet right now. Shot clock winding down. J.D. Davison gets fouled. Bad foul by Jenkins. Detroit with the win tonight. Indiana's playing. I'll check the out-of-town scoreboard, but with the win here, Detroit moves into a virtual tie with Milwaukee for the 5th spot. I don't know what is going on with the Brooklyn Nets, who they may find themselves in the play-in, which was not their intention this year. They are up 14 on the Thunder.
Wow.
Midway through the third quarter. This is the road trip that the Thunder are on, coming east. They'll get a couple of these Eastern trips. They will be the final game of the homestand for the Celtics 2 weeks from tonight. J.D. Davison gets the free throws. Celtics had to scratch and claw to get that game last night in Toronto. They had another double-digit road win, but you just can't keep winning road game after road game after road game. You can't keep beating the same team over and over and over, which the Celtics have done for the last few years. It has been a long time coming for the Detroit Pistons. 17 years without a playoff win. Not a series, a game. That figures to come to an end this spring. They have won, about to win their 8th consecutive game for the first time since 2008. And they finally are going to beat the Boston Celtics. But Ed Malloy wants to make sure everything has been adjudicated exactly right at the scorer's table, which is why the ball is not inbounded here with 12.8 to go.
Dude, it's over. Let's go home.
All right, 10-second station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. Media Group Station.
Randy and Max, excruciatingly long final 12.8 seconds of a rough night for the Celtics in a season in which there haven't been that many of them.
Celtics are getting a free throw? Wow.
Well, Detroit was over the limit. They have not yet announced a foul. Ed Malloy called something. You got to be happy for the Pistons. You got to be happy for J.B. Bickerstaff. After watching what the Cleveland Cavaliers have done, this team was buried deep in the lottery a year ago. And finally, at long last, on their 13th try, this was the one that was lucky for them. Essentially, what we just did was we redid the free throws for J.D. Davison. He had a 3rd free throw coming. They made a mistake at the scorer's table, didn't give him the 3 free throws. So now the Pistons again will take the shot clock violation. They had reset the shot clock to 37 seconds. So now we will play the final 13.8 because they forgot to give Davison the 3rd free throw. That's what it was. Handshake, J.B. Bickerstaff and Joe Mazzulla. Likely will not see each other again this year. Probably will not end up in the same bracket. Ball comes inbound to J.D. Davison, and it is over. The Pistons' long losing streak to the Celtics. The Celtics' 6-game win streak, their 8-game road winning streak, all comes crashing down tonight at a signature win in a very special season for the Detroit Pistons. The final score, Detroit 117, Boston 97. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, cool,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went,
I'm so excited.
yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And Emily summed it up like so.
It is just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
The top five guns are out there to begin the quarter. Pritchard barely keeps the dribble alive. Now he lost it. Knocked away by Ron Holland. Lead for Beasley. Plenty of time to set his feet and knock down a three. A calamitous start to the fourth quarter for the Celtics, who now trail by 14. 21 for Beasley. Bad start to the game, bad start to the second half for the Celtics. They rained down 11 threes in the second quarter to keep it close, but this was Detroit's night. Set up from the start, and they delivered, winning it by a final of 117-97. The Bosch Power Tools hardest working player of the game, Malik Beasley, 10 of 15, 26 points, 6 of 11 from 3. Engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Power Tools are built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve. So the Celtics, 6-game win streak, 8-game road win streak, 12-game win streak over the Pistons all come to an end tonight, and now waiting for the reigning and defending world champs of the NBA best Cleveland Cavaliers at the Garden on Friday night. We'll get you ready for that as we wrap it next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Geico's motorcycle expertise gives me the coverage I need, like 24/7 claims. I'm on cloud 9.
Disclaimer, clouds are wholly unable to support the weight of an adult human.
What's happening?
Furthermore, clouds are not numbered. Even if you procured a jetpack and searched, you'd find no cloud numbered 9. However, at that altitude, you'd likely befriend a flock of migrating snow geese.
Geese?
Who'd encourage you to leave your 24/7 Geico motorcycle claims insurance behind, as they would take you in and even share their dinner of crickets and clovers with you.
Ew.
Geico assumes no liability for any indigestion that may occur from a clover cricket dinner. Geico, expertise for your motorcycle.
My best friend died suddenly, and now his wife and kids have to move out of their house. I had no idea he didn't have life insurance. If I could go back, I'd tell him how easy and affordable protecting your family can be with SelectQuote. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 life insurance policy for only $18 a month. They compare many of the nation's most highly rated insurance carriers to find the right coverage and price for your needs. In the last 40 years, they've helped more than 2 million families secure over $700 billion in coverage. Even if you have a health concern, SelectQuote agents can find you the right policy at the lowest price. Don't wait until it's too late. Get peace of mind that your loved ones are protected with life insurance.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Celtics have made 7 two-point shots in this game. 7. Tatum steps to his left, deep three. Caroms off the glass and the rim into the hands of Cade Cunningham, and he's racing up the middle of the floor, scoops, and scores. 16-8 is the start here in the third quarter for Detroit. Isolate the three-point shooting for the Celtics. It looks really good on paper, but the rest of the night was just ugly. One of their worst rebounding nights of the year, their second worst defeat of the year. They are beaten and blown out by the Pistons by a final of 117-97. Celtics basketball presented by Amica Insurance. And Amica, they build a game plan with you in mind. Visit Amica.com today to learn more about Amica's award-winning customer service. Now, this game is going to erase very quickly on Friday night if the Celtics can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers and win the season series from the best team in the NBA.
Well, I mean, that's what has to happen. You know, you played well. You've been a really good road team, but you have the Cavs coming into your building, and you're really trying to show the president here.
The Cavaliers have been blowing teams out. They've obviously been playing very well on the road, just like the Thunder, just like the Celtics have. It was a real message sent, I thought, in the game that Boston won in Cleveland a couple of weeks ago, Max. The Cavs, how much does it matter for them to get a win in Boston if this eventual, inevitable feeling Eastern Conference Final Series does happen?
Oh, it's important. It's important that you get a win and establish some dominance.